Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time!
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
What's up, Gorehounds, and welcome to another fabulous episode of the Gore N More podcast. I'm your not-so-mean, Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved... Yeah, we're doing one of those today. My beloved horror homies, started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Pop the Chad up here. We have that Meat Mountain, that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good afternoon, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Honestly, man, they could have just got Bob and I to fucking voice Arnold in MK11. It still would have been better.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. I've heard the voice. It's shit.
It's fucking terrible, man. They could have got Will Sasso and it would have been better. And then we have our Duke of the Dead, the host with the ghost. The Dean of the Deceased, Lord Scuba Cabra, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Buenas noches, mi amigos.
Today is July 10th, 2023. I just heard myself. And
So I went to the Facebook page or to see, to share the live on Facebook like I always do, and it doesn't show that we're live streaming on Facebook.
It's on now.
Is it on now?
I'm sharing.
and say our YouTube popped up.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Bob
popped
just
up.
shared it.
It's on.
Okay,
Alright.
cool.
Sorry for that little bit. But today is July 10th. And yeah, we have a fucking fantastic episode today. We are back in the woods doing our Friday the 13th thing. But man, we're getting down the ladder, boys, because we're covering part fucking 7 today. The New Blood. Which I am very excited to talk about. Good things, bad things, and all things in between on. But before we do that, we got to do what we always do because we got to start the show off right. We're going to talk about what the fuck we did or didn't do in this past fucking weekend. So, Chad, actually, nope, sorry. Stu was.
Oh, I was like, Chad Daddy gonna hit it this time? Come on,
No,
get it, Chad.
Chad Daddy can't hit
Come
that.
on.
Daddy just
Try it.
fucking
Try it.
Impossible.
Just try it. Come
Not
on.
even physically possible.
Come on.
I can't.
All
My
right.
voice
in the
does
nuts.
not hit that octave.
Give it
I
the
know.
old college try.
I know. I feel like mine would be more Jack Black, like guttural. Like
Wait.
I can't do.
I want somebody else to try it today, right now.
Mine would
somebody
be
try
like
it.
an L. Mine would be like.
All right, hold on.
All right, come on.
All right. It's time for your slice of life. See, I can't.
That's about what mine would be like.
Woo!
I can't do it, dude. I can't.
See, now we got to do one next week, and then all of us have to do it within the next 4 episodes.
You gotta at least try it. You gotta at
That's
least try
fine.
it.
I'm gonna fucking be working out in my car now.
Just listen to a lot of 80s hair metal. You'll get it down.
I can't get that pit, dude. Like I feel like
Same.
mine's
My
gonna
voice
go
does not
Jack
have that
Black
range.
style, dude. Like that, like fucking yeah. Like he can
Also,
get the high though, but he doesn't. Like it's so different.
I'll sound like Lemmy trying to hit that high note. It just ain't happening.
Hey, that's still fine, dude. Whatever.
Slice of life!
So anyway,
life. That's
throw it
actually
on
kind
you,
of cool.
Chad, dude.
Yeah, so not much is going on here. Had a job interview Thursday, so fingers crossed. I haven't heard anything yet, so yeah. But the funny thing, after I left there, I got a text message. There's this thing I signed up for. Hold on, let me find it. It is called the Flavor Nation Community. Kind of sounds like something that
Wait, we going to
Guy-
Flavor Town?
that's it. Kind of sounds like something Guy Fieri's. But it's this
Fucking
thing.
right.
It's this weird survey that I signed up for. I don't remember how I signed up for it, but you go in and every month they'll send you the survey, and it's really cool because you go into the website, you do the survey. But the way you do the survey, it's like you're responding to text. It literally looks like text messages, and it will send you gifts back and forth, like animated, and it's really cool. So every month they have a drawing. Well, I got picked for one of the monthly drawings, so I got a $50 gift card.
Nice.
Pretty cool. And so Friday, my mother-in-law takes the kids, and kid-free night. So I said, hell with it. I said, asked the wife what she wanted to do. So, we were trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, well, hold on. Because she was thinking about going to this place in Pittsburgh called the Phipps Conservatory, which is like an indoor garden. And it's nice, but I looked it up and I'm like, "The hell with it." So I looked up where down where TJ lives in Butler, the big Butler County Fair was going on,
Oh.
and it was the truck and tractor pull. And I thought, yeah, sounds kind of fun. I've never been to a truck and tractor pull since I was a kid. And my Steph's never been there. So I went there and I redeemed my $50 gift card and took her out to eat at Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeehaw, Applebee's.
Now, when you pulled up to this truck rally that you went to, were they blaring Kid Rock? Because I've never been to one, but I feel like that's like the anthem. No?
Well, maybe some, but definitely ones not.
If it was just for that, but this was like this whole big county fair. So there was rides, there was all sorts of attractions. It was actually pretty good size too. But dude, okay, so it's like $8 or $9 per ticket to get in. And then if you want to ride all day, it's $35 on top of that.
So it's like,
So for my
that's carnival. That's carnival band prices now, bro. All the
dude,
time.
if I took my kids there just to ride, this doesn't even include getting them in. Just to ride is over $100.
Yeah, man, they know.
Crazy.
They
fucking
know,
bullshit.
bro. It's so, but because man, there was just a carnival that did that shit near us, where there was like, yo, they had 3 tiers, right? And so the top tier was $30 for the all-you-can-ride band, right? But underneath it was $25 for 25 tickets. Well, what does 25 tickets get you? Not even 5 fucking rides, unless it's the same ride that's only 5 tickets.
Mhm.
So
that's bullshit.
they hose you hard, bro. Because like, same reason. We went to one dude and like Julie wanted all of us to ride the rides. I'm like, yo, I'm not dropping $90 just to ride some shitty rides. We just went to fucking Disney, yo. Like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, that's amusement park, prices. That's not a fucking fair.
Bro,
Even
for
amusement
real.
parks
There's one called Seabreeze, not near. It's literally $40 a fucking ticket, man. It's cheap as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy. So we went there, watched the truck and tractor pull. We actually saw a couple of explosions too.
Fuck
wow.
yeah.
Dude, there was
Nice.
one of the semis. They had 3 different categories. There was just regular trucks, there was tractors, and there was semi trucks. And I think it was the second semi truck that did his pull. His turbo, the turbo booster, whatever it literally exploded. Like there were flames everywhere. It was really, really cool.
Pushed it
The
a
guy-
little too hard.
Yes, he did. I mean, he wasn't hurt or anything. There was no serious damage. But so that was cool. And then Saturday we just went out to my in-laws and helped them finally finish putting the floor down for this pavilion they're building. So that was a lot of work. Like that took probably about 7 hours to do. I think I drank maybe 7 or 8 bottles of water the entire time. Like it was hot and sweaty. But we got that done. Yeah. This, after that, didn't really do much all weekend. Oh, and apparently when when we were at the fair, I must have driven over something because I had a flat tire. Well, it wasn't really flat, but the tire went low. So yeah, I had a nice little piece of metal stuck in my tire. I had to get that fixed today.
That's shitty.
Oh, that's
Damn.
nice.
$26.50 to get it fixed. So beats having to buy
that's-
a brand new tire.
Fair.
And then I watched this today. So Bobby, that's to you, my brother.
What did I do Friday? Friday was just a chill night here. Saturday, my brother and a few friends of his and ours, we actually went out to Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania for the 4-wheel jamboree out there. Monster trucks,
Yeah.
mega trucks, tough trucks, mud bogging.
I feel like
all
you
of
guys
that
are setting a
shit.
theme that I can't fucking follow.
We're both doing some redneck shit this weekend. That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, listen, say what you want. I like my monster trucks because they get through traffic a lot faster. But it was a good. We actually haven't been there in probably a little over. I think it was about 10 years, maybe a little less. So the promoter wasn't good, but now they got a good promoter, and they had a great show. The monster trucks put on a fucking kick-ass show. Nobody broke anything, but they were high flying. It was loud. You could smell the meth and all. It was dirt. It was
I'm so happy you continued that sentence because I swear to God you were going to be like you could smell the meth in the air, bro.
No, you could smell the menthol. I was like, it was beautiful. It was wonderful. So that was all Saturday. Like we got there at 11 till about 8:30 at night, and it was a 2.5-hour ride. Worth every fucking minute. So did that, and then yesterday, me and my girlfriend were out with a couple of her friends for her one friend's birthday, which she just turned 29 today. So she will not be seeing this, but happy birthday to her.
You never know.
So we enjoyed that. We went home, had dinner at her place, and just chilled out. That was what we did on Sunday, and then I got to watch this movie for the I don't know how many times. Never skips a beat. So that's all I did. Lord Scuba, what'd you do, baby?
Well, Thursday I had another title match for All Content Entertainment. Happy to say I still am the heavyweight champion for All Content Entertainment. Thursday or Friday, what did I do Friday? Friday, I took it kind of easy, hung out with my mom and my grandma, and went to work. Didn't drink that Friday night because I had to take my mom to San Antonio Saturday morning. So Saturday, drove my mom to San Antonio, met my stepdad and my brother up there because she was down for 2 weeks, but she went back home. So we just hung out at Traders Village, which is like a really, really huge outdoor flea market, like huge. I can't even tell you how big it is. This place is huge. And I went up there and I'm like, I'm going to buy all this stuff that I've wanted to buy every time that I go up there. But I never really have like spending cash when I go up there. So walking around, I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. Where am I going to put it? I don't need it. But I did buy one thing. And let me show you. This is what I bought. And I do not regret this purchase. It is the greatest thing that I have ever bought. I spent $12 on this bad boy.
That's $12 well spent. That is a beauty.
Yes, it is.
And this is my grass cutting hat, fellas.
If it wasn't, I'd slap you through this, dude. Of like, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Like I saw that picture and I was wearing my big hat and it felt tiny and I was like, oh.
Next time I go up to San Antonio, I will buy you one because it was only $12. Oh my God. Yeah.
I love when you shared a picture of that, then Cameron Miller replied with a picture of the sheriff from Scary Movie 3.
Fucking Cameron, yeah. So then came back home, took a nap, went to work again, and I was so bummed because we had a concert called I Love the 90s in my town, and it had Vanilla Ice, it had Salt and Pepper, it had all these different acts. Now let me show you, people who aren't on my Facebook, why I was jealous. For this reason right here. This very reason. Vanilla Ice performed Go Ninja, go. Go Ninja, go. And the Ninja Turtles came out on stage.
That is sweet.
That's cool.
Like,
so you know what's crazy, dude, is like I don't know who is rocking those suits, but I have a dude that I know that actually bought a legit cosplay like Michelangelo suit.
Yeah.
The fact that those motherfuckers are dancing around in that, oh my God.
100-degree weather.
Oh my God.
As fuck.
A, they must be tiny little motherfuckers in there. And B, I feel so bad for them because there's no way they didn't take those out and literally just
pour the sweat out. Oh, dude.
Buckets of sweat.
We know as cosplayers.
Oh, yeah.
Jason, you take your hood off or your mask, whatever.
The chin.
Filled with sweat.
But I literally, like, this dude, so because it was blind as shit, our buddy Joe Day that pops in every once in a while, he had to, like, be his con buddy to, like, move him around the con, right? Yeah. And he said he took video when he took the glove off, dude, and literally took the glove off. It just poured it out, and it was like, it's straight sweat, dude. Like,
so I wear latex gloves. I wear latex gloves when I do Jason because I have tattoos on my hands. So I painted up some, like, Game of Thrones fucking Night King gloves that I had. So I wear those when I dress up. And the last time that I wore them, I told my buddy Ben, I was like, hey Ben, check this out. And I took the glove off. I was like, you want to see how hot it is? He's like, what do you mean? And I fucking poured out just globs of sweat coming out. It was disgusting. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, you're gonna die, bro. I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm not overheated or nothing. I'm good.
That's when you look at somebody straight in the face, no blink, and you be like, bro, you should see my gooch.
You think that's bad? You should see the gooch.
That's why you gotta have, man, them like, you gotta have the really good boxers on that breathe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you dying.
So I always wear. I have like
Seems
spandex.
like commando, bitch.
No. Might as well.
Well,
might
I
as well
mean,
be
I'm not
commando
gonna
because I
say
wear
nothing.
spandex boxer briefs, and they are like the most. And I bought those because I ran a 5K one time that we have here every year called Beach
No
to Bay.
chafing, baby.
No chafing at all. And
Mhm.
after that day, I was like, I'm sold. This is all I'm ever gonna wear again. So that's what I wear, and I feel like a
Big boy
superhero
problem.
when I have them on. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah, I'm in my tantarans.
This funny conversation reminds me of Jackass when he goes, "We're sweaty fat fucks."
No.
Yeah.
No. So how does it feel when you're wearing them?
Like a superhero.
No. You got to say, feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
At all.
Nothing at all.
all.
Nothing at all. Stupid sexy Vasquez.
No,
Yeah,
I like to
it
do
was-
the Kramer. I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm
loving it.
Yeah.
I feel like a naked innocent country boy roaming the countryside.
But yeah, and so that was it. We've just been working a lot on the backyard wrestling thing. We sponsored an actual like wrestling event on Friday. That's what I did. Friday I went to a local wrestling show that we had called Texas Wrestling Cartel, and they had we had our group there, which is the backyard wrestlers that we're fans of all the local wrestling, and our champion got in a spat with one of the members from the Bullet Club because they bring in like talent from other bigger promotions.
Mhm.
So our champion got in a face-to-face off with I think his name's something Owens. I don't remember his first name, but he was one of the members of the Bullet Club, which is a very well-known group in wrestling. And the guy like took his chair, put it on the other side of the ring, and our champ's just kind of like, "What the fuck? What do I do?" I'm like, "Fuck that!" So the other guy he was wrestling went and got the chair and like sat it down right next to the ring and was like, "I got this. I'll kick his ass for you." So it was just fun. We had fun Friday night. I completely forgot about that, brain farted about that, but
Yo,
that's-
Bullet Club, isn't that like spawned from Japan?
yes,
something
from
like- yeah,
New
okay.
Japan Pro Wrestling. So it's. We're getting a name for ourselves, which is fucking great because we're just fans who do the backyard wrestling and enjoy bringing these characters that we created to fucking life. Shout out to John because he's who I wrestled on Thursday. He's here in the chat. Kicked his ass, FYI.
What's up?
He told my faction to suck his dick, and I had to, put the beat down. Had to put the beat down on him. So, and that was pretty much it. Yesterday, I didn't do much. Got to watch this movie today, which I've seen. I can't tell you how many times.
What?
But I forgot. Like, I love this movie, but watching it just from the beginning, I was like, God, I fucking love this movie so much. I don't care how fucking shitty some parts are. I fucking love this movie. That's it. John.
All
what you
right,
got?
well, I'll keep it short and sweet. Let's see. Friday, I went and saw fucking old ass Indiana Jones. It wasn't terrible.
It's
It
better
wasn't
than Crystal
like,
Skulls.
I can't judge that. I have not watched Crystal Skull, but from people who have, yes, that is the common agreement on that. I'm
So
not going to
that-
say it was bad. Like, it was fun. Like, it's what you expected, and I'm glad at one moment, and this is no spoiler or anything like that, but there's just one fucking moment, dude, where they're like doing all this shit and everything, and he stops and he's just sitting there.
Yep.
And the girl's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "Well, I'm just thinking about this." He's like, pretty much long story short, he's like, "I'm old as fuck. I have all these issues. Why the fuck am I doing
Yeah, he's
this
talking about
shit?"
how he's been
And
shot
I'm like,
10 times and all
Thank
this
you,
shit.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's fucking 50 Cent over here. I've been shot 9 times in the fucking
Yeah.
but like it was good. Like they didn't have him do anything that seemed like he could or couldn't do necessarily at that age, if that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially
the CGI
somebody
was
who's
kind of off for
Okay,
with the young indie, the teeth.
the
was
de-aging.
very- Yeah.
The de-aging process, that whole section would be fucking fantastic if we actually had young fucking Harrison Ford for
Yeah.
that. Because like
Yeah.
it was
It was cool. It was
it
really
was right.
cool.
It was very cool, and I liked it. But I agree, like we're still just not there yet with
So-
the CG and the de-aging. There's just too much gloss. There's
Yeah.
just a sheen to it in comparison to real skin. That's like, yeah, I'm shiny now, but it's way like all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not directed.
It's like a PS3
So I was
game,
okay with that.
practically.
I was okay with that. What bugged me was when they would do the close-ups and you could see his teeth, and his teeth just looked flat.
Like because
they
his
had
teeth
really-
were his real teeth, and that's the problem. Like
yeah.
they're using his old man denture teeth with fucking like 24-year-old Harrison Ford face.
And you could tell when he was walking, like, because
Yeah.
you know he's old and one of his shoulders is higher than the other. So when him and I forget the guy's name were walking away after they fell off the fucking bridge,
you could definitely
you
tell.
could tell it was like old Harrison Ford walking away with young
You're
Andy's
like,
face.
that's not young Harrison Ford walking there.
No.
It reminded me of what's that fucking name on, or what's the movie on Netflix? Fucking what was it? De Niro and The Irishman, where they de-aged him, and it just looked terrible,
Yeah.
dude. Because
Yeah.
it's like, bro, just get young actors at that fucking point. Like, fuck off. But it was a fun movie. It made me want to watch the OG one, which I started watching those over the weekend.
You got to watch Crystal Skulls. You got to watch it.
I'll
just
get there,
to-
but you know what? It's been so long since I've watched the original trilogy, like literally ages. So I'm like, I don't remember fucking anything. Besides the main shit. that's
Kalima!
great.
Temple
Right.
of Doom's still the best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom is such a great movie.
I don't know. You know, it's so weird. But like, did any of y'all when you were younger, this might just be like maybe me and Scoobs, because I know Chad, you're a little over. Did you guys have books on tapes when you were kids?
Yeah.
Did you ever just
Yeah.
listen to them to fall asleep all the time? Bro, I had Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade on tape.
Nice.
And I fell asleep to that all the time. And the best part of that whole shit was, dude, and I can still hear it in my head, was every time you're supposed to turn the page is at the whip crack. So you just hear, and I'm just like,
I do
like, bro,
remember
if you played that shit for me, I would be out in 5 seconds, dude. That'd be some like old school fucking ASMR shit.
So Brody's in the chat. Brody, how tall are you?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
bro,
need to
you
We
know.
were talking about that
yes.
before the show.
I'm about 1.3 meters.
Oh,
No,
what's
we
up,
want
No,
Sean?
goddamn it.
we want feet.
We need that in American, please.
In America. What's
You
up,
can
Sean?
put
Brody?
your other appendage in meters, and then we'll be really impressed.
Kilometers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there we go.
But Saturday was like a super nice day, so I fucking hung out in the pool after doing the normal dad thing of lawn working and all that other shit. And yeah, man, pretty much just had a chill weekend. I was supposed to have a kid-free weekend, but mom hurt her back, and then camping was shitty, so they came home early. So I was like, whatever, didn't matter. And then I watched this movie for the least, I don't know, the 20th dozen time, and it didn't matter because I'm so ready to talk about it for so many reasons.
Yes.
And that is, we're going to do that right now because I'm
Let's
fucking
do
done
this.
talking about myself. So that is 1998's Friday the 13th.
1988.
Did I say
Yeah,
98?
98. You said 98.
Sorry, Jesus Christ, dude.
That would have been a
I was about
whole
to
other
tell
movie.
you. What the?
Yeah, it would. 1988's Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Who wants to do the plot?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
Haven't done one in a while. So, ever since homicidal maniac Jason Voorhees got trapped in chains at the bottom of Crystal Lake, the nearby summer camp has operated without a hitch, without a murder. But one of this season's happy campers has brought along a deadly secret. Tina Shepard can see the future and levitate objects. Her doctor knows just how dangerous telekinesis can be, but he's out to exploit her, not to help her. And now, it's too late. Tina has accidentally unchained Jason from his watery grave, and the bloodbath is underway. Tina's special powers are her only hope for survival. But what chance does a teenage girl have against an axe-wielding maniac? If you haven't seen it, find out here on Gore N More Podcast.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
And he was literally an axe-wielding maniac in this one. Two axe deaths in this one.
Yeah.
Still
Directed
cut away.
by John Carl Buechler, Dungeon Master and Troll. Written by Daryl Haney, Lords of the Deep, Extro 3, Watch the Skies. Manuel Fidelo. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fidelo?
Fiddlo.
He didn't do anything?
No, it might be a pseudonym. I'll
Oh.
get into it. It's in my
Okay.
notes.
Fair enough.
Produced by Ian Peterson. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Stranger Things.
Yes, the original. Are
The
You
ori-
Afraid?
okay, good. The good Are You
Okay,
Afraid of
Got
the
the
Dark?
good version.
90s one, yep.
Okay.
Ah, we were close, John. He's 5'9".
Yeah, dude.
The length of something
The size
else.
of Bobby's dick. Yes.
Yeah.
That's in feet, by the way, so everybody knows.
So he's literally in between our sizes.
Yeah, so he's okay. So the reason I'm asking Brody just before we jump into Bobby butchering names. Oh, we were talking. So on the flyer, I tried to get everybody's heights the same. I know how tall John is. I know how tall Chad is.
Can you pull that graphic up and put it on the screen? Because
Yes,
it's
I
just so fucking hilarious.
So,
You gotta show what you're talking about.
I'm doing this shit on my phone, okay? And I had everybody's heights perfect, but I noticed in the picture that part of Chad Daddy's elbow is in my picture, so I had to adjust myself to match up with Chad Daddy's elbow, okay? So, when I adjusted myself, everybody else's heights went off, and I didn't see that. So, John was like, homie, you made yourself taller than me. I'm like, no, I didn't. He's like, yes, you did.
He made himself fucking Beanzilla, bro.
He's the tallest in this picture.
Bobby's the taller than John.
Bobby
met John
makes me feel tiny, okay? Like, when I stand next to Bob, like, I was in lifts when I took pictures with Bob. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So I went inadvertently while adjusting the photo on of me and Chad Daddy. I didn't pay attention to anything else, and it fucked up the whole. So just so you know, Gore N More podcast, Bobby's the tallest. Then it's John. Then it's me. Then Brody, and then Chad Daddy. I will have the heights fixed for the
Honestly,
next
I
flyer.
think you should make, like, Bob the smallest and then, like, make it like and then Chad the biggest.
I'm gonna have
just
Make it look like a Wi-Fi signal.
yeah, dude. Like,
we're gonna have
wow.
Bobby standing on fucking Chad Daddy's shoulder.
I still loved it though, dude. It was awesome.
Oh, it's still
So
like,
yeah,
damn,
I'm
Steve looked like
the
a monster.
I'm the George Costanza of the group.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's all right.
I said you were 5'10", Brody, so I was close.
Marissa Tomei wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm.
no, she would not.
Fucking A.
All
Are
right,
you gonna go
is
see
it
her
ti-
at Steel City?
I don't think I'm gonna have the money to go.
Man,
How
I will
awesome- how-
pay
do you
for your
think
ticket
anybody-
to go.
Do you think anybody's gonna go dressed as Costanza?
That's what I'm
There's
saying.
gotta,
Oh my
there's
God,
gotta be
yes.
at least one.
There's
There has
gotta
to
be
at least
one.
That's what I was gonna
Steel
say.
City?
I will pay
Guaranteed.
for your ticket to go if you dress like George Costanza, and I will even buy the fucking
Bro.
photo.
Bro, I would literally shave my head in the fucking bowl just to, like,
See, I would show up as a
Steph would
taller
kill
Joe
me if I
Pesci,
did
honestly.
that.
well, yeah, Jen would too, but I don't care. I'd be like, where the?
It's Marissa Tomei.
Hey, the rest can shave off the next day.
That's true.
All right, Bob, take names away.
Okay, starring Kane Hodder, Alligator
Who's that?
2, The Mutation. Well,
Some guy.
we're going to figure that out in like the next 4 movies we do. Pumpkinhead 2, Blood Wings as Jason Voorhees. Excuse me. Lar Park Lincoln, House 2, The Second Story. Knots Landing as Tina. Kevin Blair, Bloodstone, Subspecies 2.
Roseblood
Days
on
of
there?
Our...
That's where I knew him from.
Wait, what?
I say no Roseblood under Lar Park.
Dude, that's legit on their IMDb page. And I'm like, that's not even a
It
real
is.
fucking movie. It's a fucking fan film.
Yo, man, we have an IMDb page, man.
Yeah.
We do.
So, whatever.
Days of Our as Nick, Susan Blue, Transformers the movie, and Brave Star as Mrs. Shepard, Terry Kaiser, Weekend at Bernie's, Tammy and the T-Rex as Dr. Cruz. I'm surprised he doesn't have it on there.
No mannequin too?
I forgot about that one.
It's my favorite role of his.
I've never seen Mannequin 2.
Neither have I, actually. I just know that he's in it. Susan Jennifer Sullivan, Charles in Charge, Gattaca. Am I saying that right?
Gattaca. Yep.
Okay, I did say. As Melissa.
Cunt.
Elizabeth Caton, Garbage Day, Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity as Robin.
Is it actually Garbage Day or is it
I've heard of that movie.
Is it 2? Garbage Day. All right, I was hoping that's where you were going with it, and I'm like, what the fuck is Garbage Day, dude?
I was waiting to see who would notice.
Because I'm like, yo, I know I'm
I
probably
just-
the
I
dumbest
love the-
in like horror titles for this group, but even I was like, that doesn't seem right.
I just love
Sure,
keeping
it
you
is
guys
one
on your
out there,
toes.
but-
Like, I was so pissed the other week when Bobby wasn't on when we had
Oh, what the fuck
somebody from
was
Speed.
that?
It was Speed.
Oh, Speed.
Somebody from Speed, and I
that
put the
couldn't
bus to slow down.
Oh, fucking A, dude. Anyway, sorry, Bob.
John Renfield, Combat High, Into the Homeland as David. Jeff Bennett Johnny Bravo. Gargoyles as Edward.
Whoa, whoa.
Heidi Kozak. Oh, pretty mama. Slumber Party Massacre 2. Society.
You gotta cosplay Johnny Bravo, Bobby.
As Sandra.
I could bring home
Oh, my mama told me to worry. My
I
mama
can
told me to
do
worry about ladies like you. I was hoping she was right.
Dude, I love Johnny Bravo.
And I'm not. He's literally. He didn't just do a voice. He is literally Johnny Bravo. He
Really?
was the voice of Johnny Bravo. Yeah.
What?
That's cool.
Dude, favorite Johnny Bravo episode right now. Go.
Don't know.
I haven't seen it in
Scooby-Doo
so long.
crossover, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Scooby-Doo
yeah. That was a
crossover,
good one.
dude.
Yeah.
Best one. You're like, Velma, don't worry. I don't bite. Does she?
But no, going back to that. So him and Tina's mom in this, they've both done hundreds of animated series.
Well, you said,
Do a
what
lot
did
of
you have on
voiceover.
there? You had,
Transformers the movie. She did.
Yeah,
no,
she's
what was the other
RC.
one?
Brave Star.
Brave Star.
Bravestar. That was the one with the metal, the dude in space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Oh, nice. Okay. All right,
So
let's
maybe
finish
I
this.
Watch that shit.
Diana Barrows. My Mom's a Werewolf. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane as Madison. Larry Cox. Heathers the Majestic as Russell. Craig Thomas. Spring Fever Kiss. Tomorrow Goodbye as Benjamin. Diane Almedia. There we go. Almedia. Days of Our Lives. The Adventures of Ford Fairlane as Catherine. A total count of 16 bodies for this movie.
Nice.
16 nearly bloodless bodies.
Unless
Talk
you
about
watch
that
the
later.
behind the scenes that's on the DVDs and you get the full
Dude.
joy of those kills.
There was more blood in the intro from scenes from other movies than in the entire movie.
Which doesn't make any sense. We'll get there in a second.
Yes.
We'll get
Let's
there.
see,
We'll
yeah,
get there. So, music by Harry Manfredini, storybook, Amanda and the Mysterious Carpet, and Fred Mullen,
Yay.
Screwballs 2, Friday the 13th, the series, cinematography by Paul Elliott, 976 Evil, and My Girl.
My girl.
Talk about polar
My
opposites
Girl.
there. Edited
Yeah,
by
right.
Maureen O'Connell, The Fifth Missile, Rockula, Martin J. Sadoff, Pink Narcissus, Graduation Day, and Barry Zetlin, Galaxy of Terror, Ghoulies 2. Effects and makeup
Wow.
by John Carl Beekler and his shop. Never heard of that guy.
Never.
Distributed by Paramount Pictures, runtime of 88 midgets, rated R, although practically could be PG-13.
Fucking A,
Plus some
bro. In
titties.
this day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah, the titties would definitely, like, that's the only reason there's a lot of, like, sex scenes per se.
There was.
Yes,
okay.
there were.
There's like,
This was definitely one of the horniest ones.
there was.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Maybe
Budget
that explains so much for me, dude. Like,
it could be. Budget of 2.8 mil and grossed 19.1 mil. So it was still
Well, damn, they
successful, but this is when it was in the decline.
could they
Well,
needed that fucking gore, man?
I was actually about to say, since now we're in general discussion, I'll say it again. Yeah, I think the only reason why this movie didn't make as much money is because all of that gore. I mean, all of us here have seen those extra scenes in the special. The fact that they took out all the gore for a guy's head who got crushed down to the size of a walnut.
Right? That was the
Bo-
best.
Boggles
Yeah,
my
it
mind
was
because
brutal.
if you listen to what John Carl Beekler says, he's like, I was literally wanting to be a geyser of blood. I wanted it to be funny because it's like there's no way it's going to scare you, but it makes you just go. Ugh. And they just went, no, this has to go. And it's like, what'd you think?
Now it looks like you guys are on a t-shirt.
That's awesome.
Wait.
No, so I
Oh,
fully agree,
that's-
Bob.
I love it.
And that, like, it's the only thing this movie is missing. Because, like, this movie is near a perfect Friday 13th movie, in
Yep.
my personal opinion.
Yeah, no, it's right there. It's right there.
Now, we are, like I already said, this was not our first times watching it by
No.
any fucking
Mm-mm.
means. But I am going to at least talk about the first time I did watch it because, randomly enough, it was in this house that I'm in right now when young Johnny D was 7 years old and my aunt had it on a VHS. And I was like, can I watch that? And she's like, yeah, I don't care. That was the first time I saw titties on TV.
And they were
And-
nice.
And they were nice titties.
Yes, they were.
It also might explain my attraction to redheads.
Yep.
Oh,
Then
yes.
they also, but then we also, like, yo, man, this intro, rewatching it now, and then thinking about watching that intro as a kid, never have seen any Friday the 13th prior to this. So this is like the granddaddy of like letting you like that intro makes Jason scary as
That
fuck, dude.
So this
like,
intro is probably the best intro in any of the Friday the 13th films. Because not only do we see everything that we've seen in all the other films, it's the way he's narrating it.
correct.
It makes it so creepy, and it's great.
And it's who's narrating it as well.
Yes.
Well, also, which once
does.
again, that was more of a later in life appreciation. Obviously, like me as a kid, once again, like, you know, never watched it the first time, so never saw anything else.
You know, but now that you say that though, Chad, his voice, I like his voice
different.
better in this intro than in the first two Friday movies.
Because I think he was trying to be scarier with this. Like,
his voice sounded completely different from when he was crazy rough. But did you notice he got to drop his death curse line?
Oh, of course,
Yes,
dude.
Yeah.
But like, it's such, and granted, you know, this is the 7th one, so you have 6 things of movies to be able to like take awesome little snippets from. But man, still watching that intro to this day gets me so fucking like hyped for this fucking movie, dude.
Yes.
And I don't know, man. I feel like that's just the intro they need to use for like anything at this point.
It's
For anything that's long like this.
I'm really that's what she said.
Hey!
But I'm really still really partial to the intro to 4 too.
That's fine.
I did like the 4 one, yes.
This one, I don't know, man. This one just because like it just brought me back the way, because not only did it take snippets, but it still had its own scene of panning into the grave, which was, you know,
that's taken from the Part 6 trailer.
Yes, it is. And it was the
not,
only trailer.
But that's cool though that it was taken from the trailer, but not used in the movie. So like either way, like still kind of works.
Gene asked us if we want to know what he thinks. Absolutely, Gene.
Tell us,
Lay it
Gene.
on.
By all means,
lay it down in the lay that pipe down in the comments.
And you know, and while I do love other forms of Jason, I don't know why. I just absolutely adore this representation of Jason.
It's so dirty.
It's so dirty.
It's detailed.
Rotted.
I love
like,
the spinal column is what
That
gets me. That was my
shot
favorite touch.
right there is like, that's one of the ones that sticks with me the most when I think Part 7.
Yes.
Is just him walking out of the lake when he first wakes up. You just see that sweet fucking spinal shot, dude. It's just like, oh, it looks so good. And that's the problem, like, dude, like there's been a lot of dudes that have rocked awesome cosplays, but it's still, you know, I understand me movie and all this other stuff, but it's like something with like the coloring is just never right.
Well, I feel like it's the coloring, and then a lot of times when we see he's wet. So there's not that wet effect on the spine.
Yeah, but right, but like, why not just take the Part 8 effect that everybody has to use to make
I did that.
gross, and then just do that on your Part 7.
Yeah.
Like,
no, okay, so here's how. All right, I'll say what I did, but then I'll also go into how the coloring is always off. When I did Part 8, you really want to know what I did? I bought Monster Slime, and I had 2 people douse me every half hour, and I was wet, and everybody said that's disgusting.
That's
and
too much dedication, Bobby.
But you did that at a con?
Yes, I did.
I want to do that at a con.
I could just see Bobby with his entourage around him as he's walking his Jason.
I can
stops every so often. He's like, "All right, slime me,
wet me, get me
I
wet."
just
baby.
wouldn't want to be touching other people, man. Like that'd be. Gross.
I didn't touch anybody. They all touched me because they're like, "Is that real?"
But it's accurate. It's accurate.
That's what I mean. Like, look, I understand. Like, okay, you don't want to do it, but if you want to look like the part, you gotta look like the part first.
It's not even that, man. I feel like all the ribs and everything are always way too dark in comparison to what they are in this movie. Where they're actually a little bit grayer, so they pop out more from the.
Not only that,
suit.
but anybody who does it, and not a critic, but everybody likes to put him in green.
Yeah,
what he's wearing, it's not green. It's gray. It's meant to be gray.
Yeah.
Even in if you literally, there's a few scenes. If you pause just 10 seconds. The back of his shirt, it's not green, it's gray. Everything he's wearing is gray. It looks green because it's dark, but it's not green at all.
I just figured the green was more for like some like lighting effect, or somebody was just basing shit off of NECA. Like I don't know, it never pulls up. It never looks green to me in any of this fucking footage. I would have said gray
is
or
really
maybe
green because I've got it right beside me here. It's more of a
maybe not the NECA specifically, but there is one that I know is definitely like way more like heavy on the green for the action.
The first version that NECA released eons ago. That was
what I'm thinking of.
That could be
green. It was green, and it had the gloves, which he doesn't.
Yeah,
Which he doesn't wear. Yeah.
So, all right. So, this movie starts out, like we said, awesome fucking intro. We get into it. But obviously, we're in the 7th one. We're going a different fucking aesthetic. So, we get a girl with some psychic powers.
Yeah.
All right. Not entirely, I feel like, just ruins the movie right off the bat. We're trying some weird shit. I kind of like it. I hate the girl's haircut in the beginning. Not going to lie. She looks like the girl from Poltergeist. I don't know if that was deliberate or not.
Probably.
Yeah. Gene needs to know if Jason was a zombie or a ghost. He is a revenant, sir.
So it's kind of a mix of the two.
So
more ghost than, I guess, zombie. I think that's what
I would say more. I mean, because he's not. I guess he is rotting. But like in this one, it was more like just like I feel like she just kind of woke him up. Like he was just sleeping, like hibernating down there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? Like, because that, if he doesn't die, he's just been sitting down there. So what is he going to do? He's just keep struggling for fucking years on end? Like,
I always liked this. Besides the look, this Jason, even more so than 6, just looks pissed off at anything he looks at.
Cause man, we get
the breathing.
Right, we get our first Kane Hodder pick, dude, and we get our shoulder breathing.
Well, now here's the weird part: is you say that, but if you actually pay attention to this movie, he doesn't do it as often as he does in Part 8.
Oh yeah, Part 8 is way more like just.
Yeah, Part 8 it's more prominent. This one
I was
he just looks angry.
Yeah, but I was looking for it, and I noticed it, several times. But and anybody that cosplays as Jason does the whole, they do the shoulder thing, but that's because but you don't do that version. You know what I mean? That version. But every cosplayer that I've seen that's done 7 or 8.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, can I take a picture with you? And they're like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I get it. I do it too, but I'm shorter than you. Whatever.
And my other favorite part, the jaw is gone. You see the teeth, and it's just as he was moving his jaw, like
when the mask comes off, and he's like it was
awesome. The best. That was really good. And you know what? I've noticed it first. I don't know why I never noticed this until watching it today, but we have a scene of Jason jumping through a window.
Yeah,
bro, that has never happened before.
I wasn't going to go there just yet, but fuck it, we're there. So this stands in my conclusion, dude, that Jason can always run and chooses not to.
Yeah, just chooses not to.
It's just because he doesn't have to. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the fact that he just leaped, that was like, there's no way you leap through that fucking window like that. You know what I mean, dude? Like, you're going to have a little bit of run and jump for that.
Unless you're Spider-Man.
But
and he's not.
He's not Spider-Man. He's more of a Hulk.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the only movie where he uses a power tool? Because I was trying to think back, and I couldn't think of another kill where he used...
It would have to be anything after this for the fact.
Yeah, no, he didn't use that. No, this is the only movie he uses a power tool. Only movie.
I mean, 8 uses a guitar.
That's.
I don't think so. Yeah.
No, this is the only movie that it's a power tool. Yep. Never after.
Was there any power tools in 09? I don't think so. I think everything was all like hand kills.
No.
Yeah, because Mel was like, Mel said, Mel made the comment that she didn't think he would know how to use power tools because he's been dead for so long. And I'm like, well, but I mean, you got to think he was around in the 70s. I mean, so, and there were power tools in the 70s. So we don't know what all he knows how to do and what he doesn't know how to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad she took that take and not just like that he's dumb or like mental. Because I'm like, no, man, I feel like Jason's never been mentally handicapped in my eyes.
I've never
been
a
physical
Yeah, I do agree with that.
And she did have the question too. Why do we always get tits? We never get dick. And I said, well, would you rather look at a dick?
The two.
Hold on, no, but I told her, I said, would you rather look at fucking a dick or tits? And she's like, well, tits, but that's not the point. I'm like, no, it is. That's exactly the point. That's exactly the fucking point.
That is the debate that the wife and I always have too. And I'm like, you cannot compare the two. Like, dick equals vagine. That's what you get. And she's like, it's not fair. I'm like, listen, if you want tits, you see dudes' tits all the fucking time. Without even,
He's got-
you don't think about it, but you see it, right? That's why it's so like, yeah, it's. I mean, fuck, dude. Let's go back a few episodes where we were watching dudes playing baseball with their fucking navels hanging out and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
And we did get a dick in fucking Sleepaway Camp.
Well, that was also what I was
That's
talking
same
about.
movie.
Sleepaway
Yeah,
Camp.
Yeah, same movie.
I mean, you get some dick sometimes. I don't know, because that's the thing. Is like where I don't think we've ever seen hard dick in any of the movies.
No.
It's
That
always
would
flat.
always flaccid.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
feel like if it's hard dick,
Then it's porn.
Yes.
that it's forward.
Yes.
The only time I've ever seen, I think, hard dick in a movie that was horror was the first VHS, and it's only because it gets ripped off and thrown on the floor.
Yes.
So it's still
Yes.
hard.
You are
So
absolutely
I don't really
correct.
think that counts. You know what I mean? Because that was just clearly a dildo prop with some shit on it. But
On
All right.
another note, though, in terms of, because we just said he uses
power tools.
power tool. This is the one movie, one of them. I mean, last movie he did use different things, but like this is the movie where it's the most versatile weapon use of,
Uses a ton of
of
shit.
any of them.
You know what?
Tent stakes, machete, axes, power tool.
A fucking party favor.
Apart his bare hand, and this is the best use of hand kills.
See, everybody
Even
thinks
better
it's a
than
weed
the
eater,
ones
and I
before.
think that's hilarious. It's not a weed
It's
eater.
a tree saw.
It's a tree saw. So it's still a circular saw on the end of like a 10-foot, probably 8-foot pole.
Yeah,
And yeah, still, you would not want to get like,
no,
See?
There you
Like-
go.
Probably.
honestly, man, like chainsaw would be scary, but this would just be equally as scary because, dude, distance, bitch. Like, you know what I mean?
the best part of that tool is the story behind it. Kane and John went to a store. They saw it and they said, "What's that used for?" And the guy goes, "Trimming limbs." And
Oh, Bobby froze.
Bobby
bought
just
it right on the spot.
You froze just
All
a
froze.
Scout there, bud. Oh,
No, you froze.
no, you froze.
No, you froze.
Anyway. Fucking A.
Gene
So-
said 5-headed chainsaw. Yes, 5-headed chainsaw. Not used by Jason though.
Yes.
And even if it had been used, it wouldn't have been used by Jason.
It would have been
Yeah.
technicalities. Okay, so one scene that I love and hate in this movie, and I know we're jumping around everywhere, but that's how this show goes. So, Mr. Gallo, I was wondering where
What
the
up,
hell
Joe?
your ass
What's
is gonna
up,
been.
Joe?
Joe, there he is.
Now that's
So-
a sexy beast right there.
All right. Nerdy, cute little girl that's getting
Mhm.
dialed up. What the hell's her
Good
name? I'm brain farting right now. It doesn't
hold
matter.
on.
We all know. We all know what Maddie.
Maddie.
Thank you.
Maddie.
Okay. Her scene, I understand where they're trying to do and stuff like that, but it doesn't make sense of why, like how it works out the way it does. Because, okay, she's getting dialed up. We know she took her glasses off. So she kind of can't see, but she clearly could see enough to get through the house and out the house. Why the fuck does she assume that David would just be randomly out in the fucking woods when she knows everybody's partying down in the living room?
That's actually in the deleted scenes.
Yes.
Okay,
it is.
so then that
He-
would make sense.
he-
It's an
He
editing
and Robin.
issue.
He and Robin were in that shed smoking a joint.
Okay, this is the shit I needed. Like that needs to be there because otherwise that whole scene makes no fucking sense. I'm like, this girl's not that stupid nor that blind to think that she's not out in the fucking woods. You know,
You're absolutely right. Just because of the way it was edited, the way that part was cut out, it doesn't make any sense. But if that scene had been left back in, then yes, it made total sense because she was looking at he was actually out there.
fucking editors, dude. Like, that's the shit where it's like, yeah, they're like, okay, we need to take out some time. Okay, take out some time of like somebody driving or some bullshit of somebody just doing something stupid, right? Like rolling
Yeah.
a joint or whatever. But don't take something out crucial like that that's a whole setup for a fucking kill. Like that makes
Yes.
no sense. Like that was the only thing that honestly about this movie that really fucking like
Okay,
kind
so-
of gripes me. Besides the
So the first time I saw this was opening weekend at the theater. That scene killed in the theater. The whole room was just busting up laughing.
it's
Which means that scene was effective. But looking back, yeah, it's kind of dumb, really.
like I'm not saying it's not good once it gets to the shed, because then it's nice and it's tense and you know what I mean? Like it's good atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
But the lead up to get to the shed is the stupidest
Yeah.
fucking shit. And it just seemed like, how do we get her there? I don't know, man. Just make her lose her earring. Why would she
Yeah.
lose her earring in the woods? I don't fucking know, man. Just figure it the fuck out. Just put her there.
Yeah,
She's gonna
I
pull a
agree.
Velma.
That
Yeah,
she,
except-
and that's pretty much what it was. But like Velma's not stupid enough to where she would end up outside the house. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
But now that Chad Daddy says that, because she even goes out, she's like, David. And I'm like, why the fuck would she think that dude's randomly out in the woods at this moment in time? Like, what? But
Yeah.
to me, this is why Jason X is better. Listen, homie, if we do X,
No,
X
when?
is-
It's on there. It's on
oh,
there.
are we doing X? I
Yeah,
didn't know
we're-
if we were.
X is the last one we're doing.
X is the last. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, I had an idea. So after we watch all of these, we should do a ranking episode, like we did with Halloween. Even though we didn't watch all the Halloween.
I mean, technically, we could just go through and get our ratings anyways, and that would how we would rank them.
yeah.
By the way, boys, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Did you happen to notice the episode number? And what is next week?
249, 250.
Next week's our 250th. That's all I'm pulling up. 250th episode next week.
Holy shit!
Wow. Joe demands to be a guest for X.
Only if I get to have him in a sleeping bag next to me, so I could hit him every once in a while.
So that would be October.
I think.
Would
Let me
be for
double check.
X.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah,
'Cause next month,
October
yeah.
9th.
Interesting indeed.
What are we doing next week? Oh, okay. Ooh, nice. All right. So once again, we talked about effects. Effects look fucking awesome, at least on Jason.
Yeah.
We got definitely screwed over on the fucking kills.
And those
You-
effects were so great. The axe
Yes.
chop to the face was so fucking bloody and just perfectly fucking shot. And so the special effects team went ham on these effects, and it
Yes,
sucks
they
that we were robbed from it. But if, like I said, if you watch the deleted scenes, you get to see. And I fucking wish that they would go and make an unrated version of this flick
They can't.
because, well, I know they can't, but
Tough.
it would, man, it was so fucking good. Or if somebody fucking edited together like the work print, that'd be
I feel like
fucking
the
great.
best kill that we got in this, which actually was probably like the shittiest in comparison, was the fucking like backstab with his hand right through it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because like you saw all of it, and I feel like that was the only one we didn't get robbed of. But at the same time, it's like the lamest kind of fucking one. I don't know. I was playing with the cutscenes. You know what, Joe? You're not wrong.
I would love to. I would love to. I'm partial to my sleeping bag kill because it's not every day you turn something that you could never think of as a weapon into
But
something
the
that literally would be used.
But the unedited version of the sleeping bag kill is so much more brutal than the one and done. Which
Well,
the one and done it works
That's-
because, I mean, it's
one-
great.
it's
It's
one
great that way
shot.
they edit it. Yeah, but they had fucking a goddamn sleeping bag filled with sacks of blood,
Yeah.
razors in the tree, so that way when he slammed it against the fucking tree, it would cut the fucking sleeping bag and cut the bags of blood that were in there to give the splatter effect. And we were so fucking robbed of that. Like,
Yeah, but see, I don't know. I love the one shot because in general, to me, that says that's all it took.
Yeah.
To kill someone was.
but I still love
one
it in Jason
shot.
X when they do it in Jason X and he's just going ham
It's-
on the fucking tree.
That's just
That's-
ridiculous at that point.
That scene, that kill is so memorable that not only was it revived for Jason X, it was revived for the game as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it was.
And MKX.
yes,
Was
I heard it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it was.
So it's the sleeping bag kill, but it's obviously he doesn't have a sleeping bag, so he just grabs you and just slaps you against the ground a bunch of times until you just keep falling to pieces.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, man, it's that was one that always like stood out from a kid. And even as a kid, I felt like he slammed her against the tree way fucking more. But that's just like your head fucking with you and like
Yeah,
making
that's-
shit more
That's that
visceral.
Mandela effect again.
Yeah.
My other. I mean, I know we're going to talk about this later, but I'm going to say it now. I really don't care. My other favorite is the head crush. because he just gets him in such a position that
Oh, right before the party.
you literally are kind of fucked in that position because he's like one hand here and he just is crushing. You really don't know what you're going to do, and all you see is it just start to crumble. It's so great. I love it.
So
Love
not
it.
only
the bare hands, like that's the shit that I love.
So we got super fucking roided up zombie Jason, essentially. I'm just gonna call him zombie Jason.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's not only stealing snippets from fucking Texas Chainsaw with coming in with fucking gas powered saws, but he's also stealing a little bit of fucking Michael Myers playbook action going on here.
Yep.
And that is the one kill in the scene, in the kitchen particularly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just him chilling in the fucking corner while lightning's happening, and I'm like, I love it. It looks cool as fuck.
You should have heard the theater scream when that part happened.
The setup of that, I love how he's looking out in the room. Oh, nothing here. The flashlight's here. He's here. It's like, you're not going to go further? No, okay.
Bro, he is high as fuck. He just got drained, and he is hungry. I have been there, and I understand. that is fucking tunnel vision and a half. And
Mel goes, at least he got to blow his load before he died.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
That's true, but that's why he's
Like,
dying.
a lot of these people were having sex before they got
Yeah.
screwed over. So
They were fucking before they got fucked.
yeah, except for the dude who was about to go skinny dipping. He just got his loafers off, and that was
That's what you get for wearing loafers, my guy.
Yeah, but that should have been easy, dude. I would have been like,
just flick them all. Dude.
I'd
I'd have been naked before she got in the fucking water.
First of all, why do you sit down and take your shirt off? No, man, you fucking run. You just fly that shit off.
He's rich. Just rip the buttons off. He could buy another one.
Fucking right, dude. Oh, can we talk about our main dude here, by the way? Does he look like he should be a Red Ranger from Power Rangers?
Yes.
Dude, I'm like, yo, if we had 80s Power Rangers, this bro would be Jason, man. Like, 100%. He just fits that fucking image. Like, just put him in red instead of denim. But, so, the doctor. Let's talk fucking...
Dr. Cruz.
Bad news cruise.
Piece of shit.
I like that this dude isn't, like, disgusting as a doctor or anything like that.
No.
But he is an asshole to the, like, most full extent.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And I think the cherry on the cake there is when he fucking literally throws her mom into Jason as a fucking human shield.
Yep.
You're like, damn, dude, that's crazy. Piss away, Chad Daddy.
Thanks. Thanks for broadcasting
I had to do, man.
Chad Daddy had to
you know something? And his unedited kill is one of the most satisfying ones because you see the intestines come out and wrap around the circular saw.
Which I didn't understand. Okay, so I never saw. I watched Roseblood, but I didn't pay attention to Roseblood. If that makes sense.
I don't remember it.
How the fuck is he alive in that fucking movie?
Who? Jason?
Terry Kaiser.
Yeah, he's in.
Oh, the doctor?
Dr. Cruz is in it.
What?
He is.
He literally took a saw to the fucking gut.
Like I said, I watched it. I didn't pay attention to it.
Maybe it's in her head, probably. It's the only thing
I don't know.
All I know is he had the same exact facial reaction of Ray getting a blowjob from Ghostbusters as him dying. And I was very confused.
Yeah.
Right. He had the head back with the eyes crossed, like, oh. And I'm like, oh,
He's in
giving him a
Tina's
hand
memory.
shiver.
Sorry, Joe. Like I said, I watched it. I didn't pay attention to it. I was kind of bored with it on.
Doc, this is burning.
Joe, yes. Yes, to that comment. Yes. Continue on.
Wait.
Yes, he's Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. Come on, John. Are you serious?
Wow, you didn't know that?
You did
I mean,
not
I
just get a
don't really-
wrinkle in your brain.
No, that's awesome, dude. Why? Why can't I be on the same trip as Brody, dude? Like, I don't give a shit. That's fucking awesome. But now that I picture a mustache, hold on, sorry.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
Chad Daddy.
That's
No.
all right. Yeah. How did you not know that was Bernie?
I don't fucking know, dude, because I don't look at actors and shit.
That's why I
I'm
put
like,
that on there.
it's been forever since I've seen it. Honestly, I feel like I remember Weekend at Bernie's 2 more than I remember the first.
Yeah, same.
But I think I also watched it way more because of like HBO as a kid. It was
I don't-
always
I never saw this.
I don't remember seeing part 2.
Really?
Isn't that where
Oh
they use,
man,
like,
he had
food
the
when he's
fucking
walking
arrow
around?
in his head the whole fucking time, and they were trying to get him to get the fucking treasure under the water because he was the only thing that could get down to that point. And like, yeah, they had to have headphones on him because like music made him fucking dance. It's like they were doing some fucking. They did some like voodoo ritual that was like half-assed, and they didn't finish it. So like, normally he would move, but then like he would only move with music. So then they got like a fucking Walkman and shit, and he just. Always have like a fucking arrow through. No, it wasn't an arrow. It was a fucking. It was a spear gun, dude.
Yeah, the spear.
Oh God, that sounds so awful. I've got to see it.
It was. Yeah, I like it, dude. It's been 30 years since I've watched it easily. It's probably just as bad as Caddyshack 2, but who the fuck knows? Dude?
I don't know. I don't think anything's as bad as that.
Joe
Yeah.
said, "Excuse me, let's talk part 7."
No, we are going to talk part 7. So we've said we've gotten screwed on the kills, but we do end battle scene. How do you guys feel?
Oh,
about
that's probably one of the best scenes. Probably one of the best scenes in all the.
I only question, why does the house explode?
Gas lines.
Well,
in the
not only that,
80s.
there
I
was-
understand. I understand the house could catch all on fire.
Well, now just
Why
just
did it
remember,
explode?
that would the furnace. Well, the furnace is down there, and they're gassing it.
That was
No, that was a
boiler.
wood burning for yeah.
Yeah,
That was a wood
just,
burner.
like, that's why I'm saying, like, and she already hosed him with gas. That's not going to cause the explosion like that. So why the fuck? Unless there just happened to be a propane tank we didn't see they caught. Maybe, I guess.
Or Tina blew the house up with her fucking.
Pyrokinesis.
I mean, Joe, you're not wrong. That thing gets obliterated more than the fucking dock at the end of Freddy vs. Jason, dude. Like, it's
And
fucking
thank you, Joe. I love this shirt.
Woohoo!
What about
All
my
right.
shirt, Joe? Mine's festive as fuck.
I know, I do like yours.
Yeah, but I got
Very,
I got the Mohawk Gremlin 3D glasses skateboard. This is the most 80s shirt you'll ever see.
I still have yet to watch fucking the Mogwai series.
Same. Same.
I need to catch up.
All right, so
I think.
all right,
we
is there
need
anything
to-
else you guys want to discuss? If not, I could bring in Brody. See what
I
he
Oh,
has to
let's-
say.
need to
yeah,
hear
let's-
what
Let's
bring
see
on
what Brody
Brody.
has to say.
We've said a lot.
Super side
'Cause I'm
note.
sure
and I
he'll,
totally forgot to bring
Open
this.
up some stuff.
Watch the new Superman fucking series. It's fucking
Oh, it's
terrible.
good.
No,
No, I
you
liked
shut
it.
your dirty mouth out.
I am the biggest Superman fan. I loved
Okay,
it.
Sailor fucking Superman, get the fuck out of here with that
Whatever.
shit. We're gonna
It was
fucking
good. I liked
What the hell are you talking about?
catch more during Nerd News. All
it.
right,
Nerd news.
it's so bad. I liked it.
The way you said.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Friday the 13th, Part 7. So this film and Part 5 were mainly the two that I would always borrow out, probably the most as a kid. I love the artwork. I don't know, something about the front cover for this on the Australian VHS release. I think it's the same as the States, not entirely sure, but it always captured my attention. I would turn it over on the back. You would have an unmasked Jason on fire. Holy shit, I'm sold. I mean, it's spoiler territory right there. You get unmasked Jason, see what he looks like already. But not only that, you can definitely tell that that's going to be like more of an ending type thing. So at a younger age, I didn't really know any of this. So I just thought the artwork was cool. Like most horror films back in the heyday, you would just see the artwork and it would sell instantly because it was so fucking cool. But with this film, it was very subtle, but there was just something about it that when I borrowed it out, watched it, I was like, holy shit, this movie's so fucking bonkers. You have Jason that's finally met his match with this Carrie undertone to a girl with telekinesis. I mean,
All we had.
that in itself is just bonkers, batshit crazy. But for me, it works because of that mad nostalgic rush that's there as well. But yeah, even just the way that Kane Hodder comes in as his first portrayal as Jason and how he was able to really physically demand the screen with his presence, bring a little bit to his own with the Jason and the heavy breathing. I think he looks fucking amazing in this film. But yeah, let me explain that a little bit more. I do apologise about that. It ain't easy being wheezy. My asthma kicked in and started playing up. But anywho, moving on to the visual representation of Jason in this. I mean, you have John Carl Buechler behind the camera, special effects, practical effects extravaganza. I mean, how he's able to capture what he has in his mind's eye and replicate that throughout the creature designs of his films, let alone this film. He makes it so iconic. He makes Jason so iconic in this film and throughout the whole entire franchise that it's definitely up there, as you ask anyone, as top tier Jason design, especially zombie Jason design. So, yeah, he's definitely jumped on board this type of film behind the lens this time directing, and he's just given it all he's got throughout the practical effects in this type of film. It's a shame that the majority of it was cut throughout the violence of the scenes. Otherwise, it would have been an X-rated type film, as the boys will tell you. But it's such a shame to see what he could have done with the kills in this type of film. I have seen a couple of deleted scenes here and there, and it would have been fucking A-OK in my book. Would have been actually better. Would have been fan-bloody-tastic. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that a practical effects artist jumps on board to direct such an iconic film in a film franchise, and a lot of his work gets cut from it. It's just a shame to see. But, yeah. The one thing I will say about the concept for this film and the tone is I think that they were having fun, especially from part 6. They're really trying to bring over something obviously different, but, making it still somewhat fun like part 6 was, which was something a little bit different and had comedic elements about it. This doesn't really thrive on the comedic elements about it, but I think the premise itself represents that comedic element of, like, what if we just chuck this unusual horror character in there up against Jason and see if we can actually make that work. And I think for me, I enjoy it. I enjoy watching a girl dealing with like a lot of emotional values, and then she has this power on the side that she can use against Jason with the build of strength throughout her emotional values to the near the end of the film that really like help her push through them and then sort of get over the events that's caused her to be this person that she is by the end of the film. And I like how the actress, I can't remember her name, I do apologize, but how she's able to visually represent that on the screen. I think she's a great actor. I think she's perfect for this type of role. But yeah, like the concept I was saying, it's somewhat batshit crazy, but I think it works for this type of film. So, right, there's two things I have a problem with this ending, and one is Tina resurrecting her dead dad who's been dead for 20 years, but yet somewhat looks like he's been in there for 5 fucking minutes.
Thank you,
She
Brody.
sees him as the hero,
Yep.
resurrects
We'll
him,
get to that.
comes out of
Oh, I
the
know.
water, tries to redeem himself by killing Jason. Dude, why would you want to see him as the hero? He was a piece of shit to you and your mother
Thank you.
at the
Thank
start
you.
of the film. Well, that's the way they set it up. They set it up very well known that he's a piece of shit behind doors. So yet he comes back as the hero, which I fucking hated, and yet kills Jason. But yet the Jason death in this feels like a bit of a cop out. It just happened so quick. I assume that he has the chain put back over his neck and he's at the bottom of the lake. I can't really fucking remember. I should. But anywho, it definitely feels like it's gone along the same lines as part 6 ending. Do something a little bit different. Have him, like, when he got blown up in the house, thrown from the house into the fucking lake and they never found the body or something. I don't fucking know. Just something that's not repetitive of shit that we've seen before to an
He's just
extent.
under debris like the dad
Or
was,
the themes
isn't
and
he?
tones to that
Mhm.
ending that
Yeah.
we've seen. So, my only two little problems with this film. The other thing is the acting, but I expected that, and I'm kind of numb to the acting in this film because
Yeah, I
I've
was
already
gonna say,
seen
like,
some
I feel
bad
like-
acting throughout some of the fucking sequels in this franchise, but I've grown numb to it also. It didn't really faze me. But anywho, that's it. All in all, I really enjoy this film. You all out there probably think that I'm a fucking idiot for liking this type of film. Well, I've got news for you. I don't really give two fucks what you think about me liking this film. And if my review really upsets you, go cry me a fucking river. Simple as that. Anywho,
Yeah.
my Gore N More score for this is a solid 4.
All right.
And yes, I'd be lying if nostalgia didn't play a huge part in this. I'm very
That's
biased
fair.
with this film, but yes, I enjoy it when I see it on the screen or even if it's background noise. A solid 4 this week. This is your DKB signing out, and I'll catch you mother lickers next week. Looking forward to what you guys have to say about this film. So cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. He
So
brought up.
there was
Oh, go ahead.
there
Steve.
was a cut scene. There
Yeah.
was a scene that was cut at the end of the film where you see a guy fishing, and Jason pops out of the water
And pulls him under.
kills him.
Oh.
Pulls him under. Yeah. So he wasn't initially supposed to be dead per se at the end of this film.
There's only
And,
one
and
problem I
originally he did look more zombified too.
There's only one problem
dad,
I have with
yeah.
what I have with that scene of him jumping out of the lake and getting that guy. So if this is a lake, let's just say that's got some depth. Ain't no fucking way he's coming up half body up without getting onto the boat and then
Right.
grabbing.
He did it to the skinny dipper.
He did it as a kid.
He did.
No, he
talked
actually
about
put his
that-
hand on the thing. If you look, he put his hand up and he helped him go over.
Hey, Brody's
but-
Brody is amending his rating
Oh.
to a 4.2.
4.2.
Just make
Okay,
that.
hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on. All right. So 4.
Which is really strange that he went with the score I was going to go with.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
All right. So 4.2 for Brody.
And also, thank you, Brody, for mentioning what a piece of shit her dad was, and not
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to.
we never
Yeah.
talked about that.
So,
Yeah,
so I feel
did he slap
that,
her
you know,
or something?
while
Did we hit?
Yes.
Did we have a hit?
Yeah,
he
did,
slapped,
yes.
he slapped her mama.
she said,
That's
you
what I
hit
thought.
mommy again.
Okay, that's what I thought. I want to make
So
sure.
I feel that this is maybe her way of the dad getting retribution for the bullshit that he did in his life, was to come back and take care of the evil that was going after his daughter. In a sense.
I
Right.
can see that. Now that would make it feel better.
So I didn't even think about, like, you guys kind of blew my mind on that whole theory of like bringing him back just as a POS. I'm like, yeah, dude, that just never blew my mind. It was just more of like, I guess I always looked at it as like she was kind of controlling him at that point. I mean, I guess not, but I don't know, man.
And how the fuck was he still under the water?
Well, so that I'm going because that's the lake's mysticism. Like, that's why they couldn't find Jason when he first supposedly drowned. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going to go with the mysticism of the lake on that one. Maybe that's a bullshit theory, but at least it works for me.
No, it
The
worked.
lake is like a,
but I
the
just
lake
wish
is like a local Bermuda Triangle kind of thing.
Yeah, like
yeah,
you just
yeah,
like it
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
the body sinks into the mud. You just can't find him anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Yeah.
But
I just wish they would have stuck with the makeup design.
the original sunken
him-
eyes
yes.
and like super
Yep.
fucked up arms.
And
Yeah,
that-
because that's how he would look after at least what
And-
10 years, probably.
Yes.
Give or take?
And here's the other thing is that wasn't excised from the MPAA. That was turned
That was-
down from the associate producer Barbara Sachs.
Producer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
She said nope.
Absolutely hated everything John was doing.
Oh,
in
she
this
she
movie.
had a lot of weird ideas for what she wanted. She wanted this movie to be a fucking Academy Award winner.
She
No
did.
joke.
It's
Yeah.
a part 7 of a fucking slasher franchise.
She had some fucking crazy ass ideas of what she wanted this movie to
I'm
be.
not saying you can't try to randomly make a really good movie, even still with a later part in the series. That's fine. But you still need to know your audience, and your
Mhm.
audience is
Yeah.
not that.
Well, she also tried to. So we obviously see how Jason's mask comes off for pretty much the latter half of the movie. Like, we're not even the latter half, but the whole ending. She hated the look of Jason. That she's like, if you take that mask off, I'm gonna make sure that it like gets an X rating. And John's like, well, I can't just go over her head, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
He did.
So you
So
know
he's
what?
like-
I'm glad. So
He's like,
I'm, yeah, dude. And going with what you just said about mask, and going with Joe's question, yeah, this is the only time he didn't act kind of like weird. Well, I feel like part 4 he was kind of hiding his face, but not. You know, he was still.
He was. You want to know why? Because at this point, Jason's pissed off enough. Like,
Well, because she actually
Just- he just
broke
lost
the
half
mask.
of his-
It didn't just
Yeah.
knock it
Yeah,
off.
she was crushing his head with it
Yeah.
and everything.
not only that, he lost half his face. Like, I don't know about you, I'd be
Crushing
pretty
your head.
pissed off. I'd be pissed off at this point. Like, motherfucker.
But no, we got some sweet burn suit action, which if anybody knows Kane Hodder, that's what he's known for. So yeah, I always love a good burn suit too, man, because she's just like, oh, Jason just got some husky. Like, I could pull off that parts out of Jason. You know what I mean?
I love
fire,
when she
Jason.
makes the awning fucking collapse onto him, and I kept going back and watching it because I mean he's really standing under this fucking awning that is falling on top of him. Like, kudos to Kane fucking Hodder, because that man is was a beast
I'm
of a
saying,
fucking
man,
Jason.
this movie, and once again, I understand it's probably my nostalgia talking, but I feel like for a first-time Jason movie, this was like a perfect fucking Jason movie. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, almost perfect. Just
Yeah,
with that intro and how scary Kane is as Jason. Like,
I still love it because he's like, I didn't know that thing was going to be that fucking heavy. I mean,
oh, man.
I'm willing to bet at the same time, we would probably think the same thing. Like, yeah, it's going to be heavy, but not that heavy. And all of a sudden, oh shit, never mind.
It's just a roof. How heavy can
It's
it be?
a
Oh
roof.
shit!
Fair enough. All right, so we got Brody stuff. We've talked enough. I feel like we need to hit some behind the scenes here.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I will have to be a bit selective. We're already at an hour 15 minutes.
Yes.
7 pages.
Holy shit.
That seems fitting.
Yeah.
For a part 7.
For part 7, yeah.
For part 7. Okay. During filming, Kane Hodder's dressing room was a quarter of a mile down a dirt road. One night filming ended at 2 a.m., and while still in a Jason costume, he decided to walk through the woods on a path to his dressing room. As he was walking, someone approached him and asked if he was with the movie. He didn't reply because he thought it was a pretty stupid question to ask as he was standing there in full Jason costume. When the man asked again, Kane took a lunge at him and he grunted. The guy then took off, tripping and running. The next day, the director told Kane the local sheriff was supposed to stop by, but he never showed.
I could see Kane just going, didn't see him.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Carrie Noonan, who played Paula in Part 6, read for the role of Tina when she thought the title was Birthday Bash. She quickly realized that it was a Friday the 13th film and confessed she just starred in the last movie, so the director decided not to cast her.
Which one?
Paula from the last one.
Fair enough.
Was that was the one where she was just like eviscerated and there was blood all over the walls?
Yeah, I think so. The redhead, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
so let's see what's
I like Tina, man. She was always one of the
Dude, and Lar Park Lincoln's such a fucking sweetheart in person.
Yes, yes, she is.
She is cool as shit.
But she's one of those Friday girls that's like just she's like that girl next door cutie. You know what I mean, dude? Like you're just But
continue.
And also the girl that played young Tina,
Jennifer
Banco, looks almost exactly like Lar Park Lincoln now.
She
looks a lot like her.
Hosted the karaoke that Bob and I went to go see.
Yes, she did, and she was wearing some.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys talking about that.
That was nice. She was singing along. She was drinking her face off. Dude.
She's a cutie too.
She was raunchy that night, dude. Like, but you know, she's got to sell the karaoke because nobody was really kind of getting into it.
Oh, she sold it all right.
Oh, she did. Sure,
man. If I'd have been there,
I know. Monster Mania, Steve. Well, you got a kid now. You got another kid now.
Look, I will call the girlfriend beforehand and be like, babe, look, it's from a horror movie. You gotta let me do this.
She hall pass, her or Monica Keena.
You know what? She would have hooked up with fucking Rhea Ripley if she wasn't pregnant at the time.
What does that have to do with that?
Yeah, what's
I
pregnant?
get my hall pass. Oh no, that's Mel's excuse for not sleeping with Rhea Ripley is because she was pregnant at the time. Like, yeah, honey, it's not because she has a boyfriend that's like fucking super ripped and shit, but whatever.
I mean, I don't know. You never know. Maybe she likes pregnant girls.
Maybe.
You never know until you try, right?
Yeah.
Like that's
when Steph was like 8.5 months pregnant with my son, we were at this diner eating, and there was a lesbian waitress that was just hitting on Steph. Like you wouldn't believe.
Free desserts and appetizers.
That's what we told her.
Work that shit.
That's what we were telling her.
Work that shit, girl.
Yeah, that's what we were trying to tell her.
I'm just saying, man, like if I ever had that power, I would.
Yeah.
Everybody'd be like, what? You let a gay dude hit with you? Like, fuck yeah, man. If he's going to buy me a beer, I'd be like, hey, what's up, handsome? How you doing? Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
I'll do anything for a Bud Light.
Well, I don't know about Bud Light, but maybe some cheese sticks.
Oh my god!
Right?
Oh.
Yo, man, you get a dozen cheese sticks. No, that's like fucking $30.
I'll give you a pick on the cheek, all right? It's okay.
Okay,
Anyways, what else
continuing
you
on.
got,
Jason's mask in this film was cast from the same mold as the original mask from Part 3, but was modified slightly. In addition to the damage seen on the mask, the edges of the mask have also been trimmed to make it smaller to allow more of actor Kane Hodder's head to be seen.
Oh.
Honestly, that's the best decision they've made for that mask up to that point.
Huh? Oh shit!
Up to that point, because
like
it actually you can actually you see the anger more, not just through the cheek, just in general. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
This film was originally intended to bring Jason and Freddy together on screen for the first time. However, when Paramount, which held the rights to the Friday the 13th series, and New Line, which held the rights to the Nightmare on Elm Street series, couldn't agree behind the scenes, the script was rewritten to pit Jason up against a telekinetic Tina Shepard instead. Basically, they wanted to do Jason versus Carrie. Of course, they couldn't use the Carrie character because
so
that was
we
owned
could
by
have had a
MGM.
1988 version of Freddy versus Jason.
Yep.
What the fuck? I
You
want
know what,
that
though?
universe, dude.
It probably would have sucked with everything that they fucking edited out in this one. That probably would have sucked.
He makes.
I mean, I'm
point
not
there.
saying Freddy versus Jason was fucking great.
Wait a
Well,
minute. No.
it was-
I'm trying to think. So we got 88. What year Nightmare are we on in this?
You are at
Well,
number
part 4 came out in 88, so this would have been based on the part 3.
So, bro. And even part 4 still kind of, I mean, I feel like part 4 probably brought it a little bit harder than this did in terms of, well, maybe not his bodies, obviously. Like Jason has way more kill count.
There
I
actually
guess, you
was
know
a
what?
mock
It all
poster,
depends.
too.
Steve, it all depends, I feel like, on what studio actually would have, like, did it.
Yeah.
If it was New Line,
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been safer. Paramount, you're probably correct. Like, the added bullshit. Huh. Dude, that would,
I'm still waiting for Freddy versus Jason 2.
Never gonna
I
happen.
don't know. If,
Never
I don't
gonna
need it.
happen,
I
dude.
don't
I
want that.
need it.
Honestly,
I
don't
need
want
it.
I don't want it.
I would take it.
I would take
Yeah.
it, but do I want it?
Only if we get Monica Keena's meth head titties in this one.
Yeah, boy, and she'd probably do it.
She would.
Friday vs. Jason could have been a franchise.
I don't
Yeah.
In
think
its own
it
right,
should
too.
have been though. No.
Well, it obviously isn't, and it wasn't. But
No, but
I mean, it was
saying, like,
it was franchised in the comics, so
for sure it was, dude. They fucking.
Yes.
they threw Ash in that shit, which made no sense whatsoever.
The
I don't know, I like it, dude.
It was great.
Did you actually read it though? Like
No.
they sent
I wanted to.
they sent Ash to help open up a fucking S
S
Mart in
Mart
Crystal,
Crystal Lake.
and it was just
That's
the
a
most,
little.
that was the most bizarre reason to add Ash into the storyline.
Hey, man, you know what? I think that's still better than when fucking Jason met up with Leatherface.
I never.
That's
read
a
those.
great comic series.
Yeah, but do you remember how they met?
Yes,
Like,
I
he just-
do.
He wandered out of Crystal Lake and somehow, like,
No, he
Brandon-
didn't. He didn't wander out. They were dredging up Crystal Lake because it was so polluted, and they were
oh,
building
that's what it
condos.
was.
Yeah, and his body
Yeah.
somehow ended up in Texas after that.
Yeah, which
Well,
I was
now
like,
I
that
think
right-
I think he ended up on a train or something. I don't know. It's been a long
Wait,
time since I read it.
wait. That right there. Next intro to a new Friday movie. They're dredging out Crystal Lake and closing it down forever, and he's still there. That's how he comes back.
And then you see Tina's dad dead in the background.
Fuck him. Get him out of here.
no.
Anyway, continue on.
Team
behind the
ups.
scenes.
On the deluxe edition Blu-ray commentary track, star Lar Park Lincoln notes that while she and co-star Kevin Speartest didn't initially get along on set in mid-2000, basically they hated each other when they first met, and they didn't reconcile until the mid-2000s.
Oh wow.
What?
And they don't talk about that very much.
Really?
No, like it was so bad that he wrote his own version of Part 7, where it was all just basically a dream, and he killed Tina. Like that's how much he hated her.
Wow.
Boy,
Pretty
that's
hardcore.
That's bad.
It's bad. Okay, what else do we have here? This film serves as the longest Jason has ever appeared on screen unmasked.
Yes, it is. And
That's
Star
literally
Wars
the entire third act.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's so badass looking at that point. It doesn't matter, dude. Like,
Mhm.
and it's a good reason why he doesn't have his mask. It didn't just get knocked off. That thing got decimated off his face. So,
It's also the scariest looking underneath the mask.
fuck yeah, dude. He's got some fucking
Yeah,
teeth.
because I didn't like the part 8.
No, man.
Under
Part
mask.
8 was
You mean that
stupid looking.
Jack
Like a jack-o'-lantern.
Shit.
Yeah, with the droopy, bubbly eye.
Yeah, no.
Which,
They massacred my boy.
Yeah, they did.
not only that, they made him more clothed when he had less clothing after the fucking house explosion.
And they literally bring him back the same way they do in Part 6. They're like, oh, let's throw some electricity
Ah,
on this
let's just
motherfucker.
electricity.
Yeah.
It worked once, it'll work again. Fuck it.
Okay, so
Right.
in addition to the actress that played Paula in the last movie, Marta Kober, who played Sandra in Part 2, was offered a role in the movie and ended up getting the job, but when she told the directors about being in Part 2, she was replaced.
Ooh. Oh, that sucks. What's up, Harvey? Welcome to the party, buddy.
What up, Harv?
What's up?
We just got all the cosplayers in the chat.
You know what, boys? I forgot to even say this is actually the VHS that took my virginity at 7 years old.
Is that the exact
This is
one?
the exact
Nice.
Yeah,
fucking
fuck
one,
yeah.
dude.
So did it come with the house when you bought it then?
Yeah, well, because unfortunately, long story short, not to get morbid, but both my aunts passed. That's how I got the house, so I had to clean out the house with everything.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
go. You know what? PSA: go to the fucking doctors. If you think something's wrong, go to the fucking doctors. That's all I'm gonna have to say about that shit. It was kind of their own faults, unfortunately. I love them to death, but that was yeah. Anyways, long story short, as I was digging through shit, I found it, and I was like, I'm fucking keeping this motherfucker.
You have to.
Nostalgia,
And then,
baby.
dude, I stared at the back of this fucking VHS for hours as a
Yes.
kid, dude, before I got to watch it, just like wondering what this movie would be like.
That's
And-
one of the first Friday the 13th I rented was because of the back of it, because all I see is
Well, dude, you're just
Jason
staring.
looking to rip him. I'm like,
Well, yeah, but I'm like, why does he look the way he does? Why does he look all gross and shit? You know what I mean? And then the cover itself is just fucking, like Brody said, I think it's one of the coolest covers of Friday the 13th.
oh yeah.
But-
Oh, also,
Have them all on VHS.
my girlfriend's here. Hi, honey.
oh,
She joined on Facebook.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so continuing on, Susan Sullivan, who played Melissa, was remembered as a sweet person with a kind and humble character. The documentary The Crystal Lake Memories reported in 2012 that the actress Susan Jennifer Sullivan passed away from cancer in Randolph, Massachusetts. However, they were wrong. They tracked the wrong woman. Susan Jennifer Sullivan still lives in Southern California.
Oh shit.
She would. I think she would be a hit if she did a con. Honestly, even though it's just this, she would be a hit for this.
You know what's funny, dude, is watching these and then like actually knowing Kane's height and like looking at all the upshots to make him look taller. And you're like, even the wife's like, I know how short you are. And I was like, it's the Tom Cruise syndrome, Ryan. You just got.
He's just old now. He shrank. He shrank when
I
you
think
were
No,
he
he,
did,
de-
dude,
he,
like-
he de- no, he definitely because he was at least 6'3.5", close to 6'4".
Look, there used to be this guy that used to come into the very first bar that I worked at. His real name was Alex. I went to school with this guy. This guy was maybe 5'2", tops. Okay. So when I started doing karaoke, he started calling himself Death Angel. That was his stage name. Now, Alex would dress like an 80s rocker. He had long blonde hair. He was kind of stocky, muscular, kind of. Long blonde hair, but would wear like fishnet shirts and fucking like super tight jeans with them tucked in his boots. Okay. Just so you get a mental picture of this
So
guy.
he's full into the fucking glam rock, bro.
Yes.
Okay.
So he would tell everybody at the bar he used to be way taller, but they took out 3 vertebrae from his back, and that is why he was so short.
Tell me nobody fell for that.
Girls would fall for it all the time. He had a little scar on his back for whatever reason, and that was the story he would use to say he was taller. And
You know what,
they
man?
had to remove.
Kudos to that guy. That's all I'm going to say to
Wow.
that, dude. Because you know what?
Wow.
If they dumb enough to fall for that shit,
And he was like a few years older than me, so it wasn't that he got older and shrank. He was always
listen,
that
man,
height.
know your strengths. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
dude's a good storyteller. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, Chad, Daddy, what
Chad,
else?
continue.
Okay, so originally, the director wanted Paula Irvine to play the role of Tina Shepard because she was 19 years old at the time and had the perfect teenage look and the personality he was looking for. Unfortunately, she already made commitments to star as Liz in Phantasm 2, so John was unable to cast her for that role as he was running out of time and was not able to find a real teenager between 18 and 19 to play the role of Tina. He had no choice but to cast Laura Park Lincoln, who was 26 years old at the time. She had to wear a lot of makeup to look approximately 8 years younger than she looks, so the audience would think she's a teenager. Producers also liked how she resembled Sissy Spacek, who played Carrie in the movie Carrie, since Tina was basically patterned after that character.
So I don't get that, but I definitely
Yeah.
did not think she was 26, man. I thought she'd look. So first of all, I didn't think these people were teenagers. I figured these was a college crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Teenagers is like you are at the ass end of 19, maybe in this group, but this group's definitely like 2021.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
Yeah, I
too.
definitely went with more of a 20 for everybody.
Wow, she was 26. Hey, man, I thought she looked 20. So
I thought so too.
good for her.
Oh, yeah. 1988 was the first year in which all 3 of the then top horror series, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street all released new films in the same year, with Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master, and Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Oh, what the fuck? That would have been an amazing year in the theater, dude.
Additionally,
Damn.
the first Child's Play was also released in 88, as were Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, and Phantasm 2, all of which would become major horror series.
Well,
Yep.
Chad, you just
Wow.
answered my question of if there was ever a time you could go back 1 year to watch movies.
That's it.
That would
That would be it,
the
dude.
year.
It would be
The
that,
year.
or it'd be a tie between 84. Because, god damn it, 84,
84
not
had some
necessarily
good
horror movies, but movies in general.
Dude,
I could also be
nothing
all over.
nothing beat going to see Gremlins and Ghostbusters in the theater.
That's
as a
what I'm
kid.
saying, dude. Like, I don't know, man.
So there was music in this that sounded eerily similar to music that's in Phantasm.
Okay.
Like the main theme that
Yeah.
So,
it,
yeah.
it sounds like it's
We never even discussed that, man. I loved the newer style main theme with the intro credits
Yeah.
going in. It hit hard, dude, and it made it scary. Like, it made it
Mhm.
scarier, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it was, but just, you got out of that. I mean, we're not like disco dancing like number 3, you know what I mean? Like, completely different fucking vibes here.
But here's the other thing on, since we would all go back to the year of 88, all 3 of these movies had came out. The following year, all 3 of them had, well, flops.
Man,
Part
that would
5 on
88
Fri-
though.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, just to see these 3 plus Child's Play, like those
Yeah.
4 right there, dude.
Was Dream Child really a flop? I don't really remember.
I know it was not as big a success at all.
Gene there has a funny story about when we tried to go see a Part 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we ended up. So
Wait,
his
Halloween Part 5 or Freddy Part 5?
Freddy Part 5.
Okay.
His sister somehow scored us tickets to a free preview screening. So we all gathered up into his family's van or whatever it was, and I couldn't find the theater,
Ha!
so we didn't get to go see it.
What?
wow.
Talk about blue balls, dude. Jesus. That's
I think we came home and I think we ended up watching Life Force on TV, which is the first time I got to see that. So, at least I got to see titties in exchange.
This is true.
Fair.
Continue on.
Okay, let's see. So original writer Daryl Haney was fired after his agent contacted executive producer Frank Mancuso Jr., told him that Haney would not do any more work in the project unless he received a large pay increase. Even though Haney had never told his agent to do any such thing, the screenplay was completed by a second unknown writer who is credited as Manuel Fideo. So, like I said, that could be a pseudonym. We don't know.
Okay. All right.
Huh.
That makes sense now.
So who's this mysterious writer?
Stephen
All
King.
right. Wait, Gene met Reggie from fucking Phantasm series?
Oh yeah, he was down at one of the Pittsburgh Comic Cons back then.
No, I am not I've literally only watched the first Phantasm. But I do, if I'm not mistaken, I think I read like Reggie's replaced in the second one, right? But then they bring everybody back in the third one, or is it the main?
No, it was
No, Reggie's in all of them.
Reggie's
So
in all
it's
of
the
them.
main dude then.
The
right?
main-
Reggie.
yeah.
Mike. No, Michael. No,
Not
no,
Michael.
what the hell's his name?
So they recast him
Michael's-
for the second one, but then they brought back
Jody,
the
that was his
one
name.
for the third.
It was
Yeah,
Jody.
Jody.
Okay.
No, I thought Jody was the big brother.
Oh, then
Jody's
you're right.
the
it
bigger
is
brother.
Michael.
Michael's
Okay,
the
so it is
younger
Michael
brother.
then.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Gene said, his dad was so pissed we couldn't find that theater. Like he even stopped and asked, like at a fire station, directions to it, and we still couldn't find it.
Man, the days before GPS on your fucking mini
Yeah.
mini
fuck
pocket
yeah.
computer.
Oh man, dude, it's a funny story to tell. It's fun to look back on that. It's like, wow, man. And I think we kind of dodged a bullet because the movie did suck.
Part 5 is pretty atrocious, dude.
Oh, it's my least favorite of the series.
For sure.
It could be Freddy's dad.
No.
I'd much rather. It's so much more entertaining.
Really?
I'll
I
watch
think
Freddy's Dead. Every
Freddy's
now
Dead
and
is way more entertaining. Like stupid
Yeah.
entertaining, but entertaining nonetheless. It's Tom Arnold, man. I mean, that just like sets the bar right there. I'm like, all right. I mean,
Dude,
I'm
part,
fine.
part 5 had 3 deaths. They were all stupid, and Freddy's makeup was horrible.
Haven't seen it in
And
a while.
the story they set up from the 4th one with that girl was so cool that I feel like, didn't they just kind of shit all over that in the 5th one?
I-
So it was
I-
like,
the
what
bit,
the fuck
yeah.
was all that build up for? It was dumb.
Yeah, they made her into this total badass, and then she really didn't do shit in part 5.
Yeah.
But she's also one of the few characters that came back in a sequel and did not die.
True.
So she could be used.
I thought she did die at the end of 5.
No,
Mm-mm.
she did not.
No?
Yeah, she
No.
gave birth, and that's the last you see of her.
Oh, it's been a minute since I've watched those. So, fair enough. All right, what else we got, Chad Daddy? We're at 135.
In all 4 films that Kane Hodder plays Jason, Hodder does not blink whenever Jason's one good eye is visible on screen.
And that's true. And that's
Good
in
for
any
him.
of them. It's, yeah.
So if he blinks, they're like, cut! Redo it! Reset the shot.
Well, if you actually, in this movie in particular, if you go back and some of the shots where you're looking at his face, you see his eye, dude, it's fucking freaky looking. It's
Yeah, man,
very
because he looks like
fucking
he's about to
scary.
pop a blood vessel, dude.
It's so great, though.
Fucking
Anyway. Keep
Okay,
going.
because of the movie being heavily censored by the MPAA, fans have nicknamed the movie Friday the 13th, The No Blood.
Oh, damn.
That's true. As John Beekler has said, the ratings board raped my movie.
Dude,
right.
They did.
All right, so maybe that's what I want to do. Instead of going back to 88 to watch it, I want to go back to like 86, 87 while they're making it. And then take out what's-her-tits. So that way they can't fuck with the shit.
Or to at least go save the footage so we could get this shit later on.
No, I would definitely be like, yo, man, you guys want to make money? This is how you make money.
You make Freddy versus Jason and you make it fucking work.
Oh, man.
Now, Bob,
Could you imagine if you could go back, and you couldn't even like rewrite the whole Friday the 13th storyline, but if you could go back into like this era and then start tweaking shit?
There's one thing I'm doing if I can go back, and that's stopping Christopher Reeves from getting on that fucking horse.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm fucking doing.
Or stop Paul Walker from getting into that car.
Like I said, Christopher Reeves.
I don't know. I don't have anything on that.
I got nothing.
All right.
Okay,
Anything
Chad,
else,
continue.
Chad Daddy?
Okay, Friday the 13th Part 7 features Pepsi product placement within the movie.
Yeah, it
It's the
does.
only movie in the series to do so. Coca-Cola has product placement in parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy vs. Jason, and the remake. Jason X is the only entry in the series that does not feature either Coke or Pepsi product placement.
What made them do Pepsi for this one?
Because it was for the new generation.
Oh, good one.
Zing!
Okay, I got
That's
you.
it, everybody. I'm out on a high note. See ya.
He pulled a George.
Right, dude.
The original cut deaths and many deleted scenes only exist in the form of rough work print footage. The original master daily of material was destroyed, so an unrated director's cut would be impossible.
Well,
You know,
bitch.
that's the justice that John Carl Beekler deserves, too. God rest his soul.
Sad. That makes me so sad. God damn it, dude. And especially like if you think of movies now, you're like, man, that wouldn't even mean shit in comparison to the stuff we see nowadays, dude. Like, what the fuck? But whatever with the times.
Okay, continuing on. Heidi Kozak Haddad, Heidi Kozak in this movie, said she has never done nudity in her career and that she had a body double in this film. Actually, a double was used in her underwater sequence, but it's definitely her taking off her jean shorts and top to show herself fully naked as she jumps into the lake.
I love that Jaws scene, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you think about where the POV shot is for like underneath her, and then that's where Jason's got to go to pop out when he does. It's like, damn, that was a jump. But fuck it. All right, what else we got?
A few of the actors were secretly gay at the time during production, including Craig Thomas and Kevin Spirtus. Over the years, the movie has been nicknamed by fans Friday the 13th.
What?
Friday the 13th. The No Blood.
That's the first I've heard that one.
I've never heard
I've
that
never
one.
heard that.
But
I've
all right.
never heard that either.
They talk about it in Crystal Lake Memories.
So who is it? Is that the dude who was going skinny dipping? The one guy, and who was the other one?
The main
The
guy.
other one was the main guy, Kevin
Oh.
Blair, Kevin Spurs.
Oh shit, the one from fucking Days of Our Lives?
Yeah.
Crazy. Had no clue.
Hey man, that's what acting is all about, right? Fucking.
Okay, Kane Hodder said he had difficulty with the scene where he kills the camper in a sleeping bag by bashing her into the tree because the dummy and fake blood inside was heavier than he thought it would be. The scene required a number of retakes because he kept swinging as hard as he could, but no matter how hard he swung, the sleeping bag, he couldn't get it to look right. So by the final take, he was so fed up with the situation that after he dropped the bag, he kicked it angrily. This is the shot that appears in the final film. In retrospect, he then said it was one of his favorite kills and later recreates it in Jason X.
Hell
He
yeah.
said, and the behind the scenes on the DVD or on the Blu-ray, it says that he says that that's his absolute favorite kill that he ever did.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
I can understand.
he also said that it's a nylon sleeping bag. He's wearing latex gloves. You get no grip. He's like, I'm fucking. He's like, I was pissed off because it kept slipping out of my hands.
Oh fuck! Freddy 2 versus Jason, no toys. What?
The fuck is that?
Scares me. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
Yeah.
The following scenes were removed from the film in order to get an R rating rather than an X. Jason's face is constantly masked in shadows to avoid shots of his moldy, decomposing face. The complex makeup was made to conform to actor Kane Hodder's face, but was later deleted from nearly the entire movie when they MPAA deemed it a bit too grisly.
Wait.
Such crap, dude.
Say that again? What did they?
He was his face was constantly masked in shadows to avoid full-on shots of his face.
You mean when the mask
when
is
he's
on?
unmasked? Yeah.
Oh, when he's unmasked.
When he's unmasked.
The weird part is they didn't really shadow it very much in the house.
I know.
Yeah, it's like a direct, like, ha, like, hey, here I am.
Okay, we already talked about the sleeping bag. Maddie's death, which is off-screen in the wide-release version, but in original prints, a scythe is jammed into her neck and bursts from the other side.
Which would have been a great fucking ending to that.
We already talked about Ben's death is much grislier in uncut versions. Jason smashes his head into a mushy pulp and blood pours down his face.
Dope.
Eddie's death was cut. In the original version, we see his head drop to the floor, but in the theatrical version, we only hear it. Russ's head splits open as Jason hits it with an axe. That scene was also cut. You also see a lot more blood in that version, too.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a big stream of blood.
It was like a golf swing, too, that he did.
Amanda Shepard's death is virtually unseen in the wide release, which only shows her get stabbed from behind for a second and then cuts to Dr. Cruz's shocked face. Uncut, she's impaled on the blade, which juts violently from her chest. Jason then lifts her off the ground on it and waits until she finally dies. That, if that was uncut, and we've seen it, we've seen the version, but if that was left in the movie, that would probably be favorite kill for me.
Oh,
it is agonizingly slow.
Yeah, I could see that.
Dr. Cruz was killed with a tree trimming saw. Originally, Jason tore into his gut, spilling out a fountain of entrails and blood that spurted up into the air.
Which we should have fucking had, not just a cutaway and his face doing the fucking Ray orgasm face. Like, what the fuck?
Melissa's death has an axe violently cleaving her face in two, splitting it down the middle in a gruesome close-up that left her eyes still wiggling in their sockets. Jason then tossed her aside, which is all we see in the cut release.
Which is, I love that scene when he just chucks her over the TV. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The whole theater just applauded when that happened.
Yeah, bro, because she is like and I love the fact that they actually call her a cunt in the movie. I was like, fuck yeah. Made me so happy.
Dan's death was also cut. There was a shot of Jason's hand ripping through the front of his body with guts attached.
Ooh.
Dan. Oh, Dan. That's it. Yeah, now I remember. He's like the first.
It's just so sad that this movie just got so censored.
Yeah. Okay, we talked about the him dragging the fisherman down. Michael's death was cut. Originally, Jason rammed the spike all the way through his body, causing blood to spurt out. And let's see. Oh, okay, so here I'll close with this last bit. So this film marks the first of 4 appearances by Kane Hodder's Jason, the only actor to ever reprise the role, although C.J. Graham, who portrayed Jason in Part 6, was initially considered. Hodder was ultimately chosen based on his work in the film Prison, for which the director John Carl Buechler had worked on as a special effects makeup artist. In that movie, Hodder filmed a scene in which his character, a prisoner executed in the electric chair, rises from the grave. Hodder himself had suggested that he have maggots coming out of his mouth during the scene to heighten the effect of decomposition, and went on to film the sequence with live maggots spilling out of his mouth. He remembered that commitment to the part when casting New Blood and chose Hodder over Graham. Graham expressed disappointment as he had hoped to reprise the role of Jason and make himself synonymous with the character. as Boris Karloff had with Frankenstein's monster, but ultimately expressed satisfaction with Hodder's portrayal and said that he bore no ill will about not being asked to return.
All right. Nice.
And that's all I got, boys.
All
Well,
right.
actually, that's not all I got,
But
because I had a lot more, but we're
Well,
crunched
I will
for
also
time.
say the makeup that they did in prison for him, for Kane, you
we
want to
watched
talk about
Prison,
something.
didn't we?
Yeah, but
We did.
Yeah.
I've seen some close-up shots of that makeup. You want to talk about something that really was grisly? That gave Part 7 Jason a run for the money, I gotta say. It was, oh my God, ugly.
I kind of remember. I don't remember the whole movie, but I definitely remember bits and pieces. Like I remember him like showing up at the end with all like the electricity and shit going down.
Yeah.
That was like his big scene. All right,
Let's do this.
boys. What format did you watch this on?
Scream Factory Blu-ray.
Scream Factory Blu-ray.
And digital. Wow. All right, douche of the film.
We got
Dr.
two. We got two in this movie.
Yes, we do.
Dr.
There's
Cruz,
Dr. Cruz and
and the
Melissa.
cunt.
And yeah, that's
Oh.
there's yeah.
I thought you were gonna go with her dad, which I guess.
Or
Oh,
dad,
actually, that's
too.
Yeah,
great.
that's true.
Oh man,
I'm-
who's worse, Melissa or the doctor?
Well, the doctor's trying to exploit her and then put her away forever.
I gotta give it
Melissa's
to the
just being a
doctor.
bitch.
I'm gonna say
She
the
was just-
doctor because the doctor is the one. Like, if he had just left the stake there, then they would have all been on the same page. They would, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
feel like
he
fucked
literally
him.
pulled Tina's mother in front of him so he didn't get killed. at
Oh
that
yeah, I mean, instantaneous
Doc,
douche.
yeah, it's the doctor. Doctor, piece of shit.
I like when he was like, "She tried to kill me." He's like, "Bitch, she just threw a TV at you. Settle down." Like,
I'm going with the dad. 'Cause
Dad,
He beats women. Yeah.
it's fair.
scene. Fair enough.
Alrighty. So, favorite kill.
The
Dr.
head
Cruz.
crush.
It was the most
Yeah.
satisfying.
The head crush that we get down to the size of a walnut. Yeah, baby.
But we don't actually see that though. If
I
we'd
know,
seen
but
it,
I know that if I have to, sleeping bag, because it's not a weapon, and you wouldn't expect it.
I'm torn between the sleeping bag and the axe to the face.
Ooh.
Party horn.
okay.
Just because of the sound effect.
I'm going to go axe to the face
All
Which
right.
one?
on the beach.
Ooh,
Oh,
that was
okay.
the- the
Ooh, I
upswing. Okay.
The upswing. Yeah.
At least we get to see the after effect of that.
Yeah, the after- I mean, and it's-
So, yeah,
it's
he's
good.
fucked. Okay, solid. I feel like this was the worst window throwing out of all the Friday 13th though.
Yeah, she could have survived that.
That's
It was
what
also-
I'm saying. Like that you would be hurt.
She
You'd be
originally had a
hurt.
different. She originally had a different death too.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
they
she
went
did.
back and refilmed it after the photography was
Mm.
done.
Okay.
It didn't-
When she said too that when the person getting thrown out of the window was a dude in a wig.
No. Yeah.
I mean, those legs were pretty
weird.
muscular.
She's just fucking. I don't know, man. She works out. Whatever.
Continue.
All right. So best scene.
The
Best
the
scene.
whole third act, from the time they're in the house to where Jason shows up to the end. I mean, I love the whole movie, but that whole
I'm gonna say his mask coming off.
is
That scene right there where Tina just fucking like she's, you know, shit's about to go down, and that mask just fucking splits in half, and you see Jason's face for the first time. That's my favorite scene.
I'm gonna go with the scene where Eddie is walking to the refrigerator, and the lightning flashes, and you just see
Ooh, the
Jason
Michael
hide-
Myers scene.
Yeah.
that's a
That's
great
good.
scene.
Fuck, dude. All good choices.
I know I don't think there's really a
I mean, I kind of like the third act, but I think my starting point is when Melissa opens the door and he first takes her out. So now it's in
Yeah.
that house. And even though it gets a little wonky, like when they run upstairs and they do the light thing, like I still think it all works because it makes sense of like how they get to the basement and all that other shit. I mean,
of course it
That's a
is.
close second, Joe.
you're
We're getting
not,
there, Joe. We're
You're
getting there.
not
that-
wrong.
We're getting there.
You're
We're
getting there.
Not wrong at all.
But I also like the scene in the first, and I don't know why, but I just think that like it looks cool. But like the first standoff between Tina and Jason when he's like in that puddle and she tries to electrocute him and shit, because we get some of the usage of her powers, but he's still looking fucking scary just standing there near a puddle some fucking how. And like, yeah, I don't know, that kind of works. All right, so worst moment or scene.
I would say all the cutaways from the kills.
That's
that,
fair.
or
We
I
definitely
would
got
say,
posed on that.
Worst moment is the scenes that they cut.
worst
That's what I'm
moment is
saying,
seeing her father come up from the underneath
I
the
was
lake. and
thinking
there's
that
nothing
myself.
wrong
I
with
was
him.
like,
He had a little sludge on his face, a little bit.
yeah, but you
right
would have
here.
gotten that if you just went in there like right then and there. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm gonna go with the ending. I feel like the ending just did it, like Brody said, man. Like the death of Jason just seemed kind of like meh, and it's just
It could have been something greater,
It's-
especially with her having those powers.
yeah. And as much as
It
we
could have
got
been
in this
something a
movie,
lot cooler.
as much as like story wise we got in this movie, it was pretty solid. So like, just seemed kind of like a shit ending.
Like maybe she should have like used her powers to like start hitting him with shit, and it's flying, and like big old chunks of the house are just fucking flying, and she hits him with like half of the house, and he goes flying into the lake.
I mean, she did make a roof fall on him.
Yeah,
So I'm saying, man, she could have at least like taken his own machete and started like hacking him up and shit, dude. But
There wasn't a machete at that point.
like the scene in
True.
Freddy versus Jason where fucking Freddy's hitting him with all those fucking gas containers.
That's what I was thinking of when you mentioned about her
Like
throwing
that,
shit at
but
him.
with
man, the torpedoes.
debris at the fucking house. Yes, that I would have liked to have fucking seen.
Fuck yeah. You know what, man? I still love. I don't give a shit, dude. I love how leaky, like liquidy that end scene in that is.
Yeah,
Like everybody's just spraying and pissing blood everywhere. Like it's ridiculous. All right. So opening scene hook you in? Are we
Yep.
going
Yeah.
initial opening scene of the movie? Or are we going intro like that kind of thing?
I'm going to opening of the movie.
Yeah.
That's
So the
right there.
prologue,
Once you start the prologue,
The
once
prologue,
that
alright.
shit hits, I'm
Yeah.
like sold.
Because honestly,
Let's go.
that was almost going to take best scene, but I'm like, I don't know if that technically could be a best scene.
I was
because
thinking
it's
that too. I
scenes
was going to say that
from
too.
all the other movies.
I was
So
going to say that too.
But yeah, opening scene, 100 fucking %, dude. I
Yeah.
love that intro. God damn. I think we talked 10 minutes enough on that shit.
We did.
All right. Most attractive character. Ugh.
Robin.
Yeah. I'm not even going to disagree with that one. Because her titties were yummy.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't
Lara
disagree.
Parton was cute too. I'm not going to say she wasn't. And honestly, what's your name, dude, who got the party horn? She was pretty hot as well.
Yes, she was. I
Like,
thought so too.
she kind of had that attitude that for some reason I'm very attracted to, where she's like very like pissant and everything, but you know she still wants you to like cuddle her. All right. You only laugh because you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyways, are we all in agreement though? Is it Robin?
Yeah.
I think it's Robin. Yeah.
All right. That's an easy across the board. That's fine. And she smokes. I am finding so many of my own flaws in this movie right now, dude.
This is why I play the killer, okay?
Yeah. Is this why I'm attracted to redheads that smoke, dude? All right. So let's see. Did the score set the mood? Fuck yeah, man!
Yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
love
Yeah, it
this
did.
score.
Yeah. I own it on disc.
It's one of my favorites,
Yeah,
easily.
it goes a lot harder, or at least that's how I feel. Best song?
Whatever
This one-
song was playing at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one didn't have a song like the last two movies did. 6 did, 5 did.
Was there a song? Oh, you mean probably at the initial party?
There was
scene, right?
there was a
Yeah.
song playing like very faintly when they pulled up to the house at the beginning, but I don't really remember.
Yeah, you don't
What it
really
was.
hear it.
All right, so best song's thrown out the window. Fuck that. Favorite character? Favorite character?
Oh,
Jason.
God. Well, yeah, Jason. That's a given for me. But if I had to pick someone who, I would
like the
go with
Space Nerd, dude.
Space Nerd.
Yeah, I could.
He just reminds me of what's his name from Part 4, and I was like, oh, this just feels like his cousin or some bullshit, dude.
I'm actually going to go with Tina.
Tina? Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Chad?
See,
You
I
know
like
what
the,
also? You know why
the
Space
space
Nerd?
nerd. The space nerd was a little too nerdy though. He took
That's
it a
fine,
little bit too
But
far.
he got a headbutt on Jason. I mean, he already had his head cut off, but still.
Yeah, he did get a headbutt. A decapitated headbutt.
I love that scene. It's stupid.
Fuck it. I'll go with Tina. What the hell?
Tina? All
Yeah.
right. Was it scary?
As
As a kid,
Yes.
Yeah, as a kid.
As
yeah.
an
As
adult,
a kid, it was.
No.
But as an adult, no. God damn, I really wish we had the fucking those kills. God damn. Does it hold up today?
For the most part.
I still, I would say it still does. Yes.
Yeah. I still enjoyed myself at the end of this movie.
Yeah.
Like I already
Yeah.
knew what I was getting, and I still am just like, yeah. Because honestly, I hate Part 8. Next episode we do on this shit, I'm gonna probably fucking shit all over Part 8.
Jason
dude.
takes Vancouver.
Jason takes a boat
Jason
ride.
takes a. Yeah, I was gonna say he takes a boat ride.
The audience takes a nap.
Fucking A, dude. I mean, I'm still excited to talk about it, but
Yeah, no,
it's one of those
yeah.
ones. Okay. How is the acting?
Not
It's
great.
very soap opera.
Yeah,
I feel like Brody already hit it, dude. Like you just
Yeah.
already know what you're in to accept for this shit.
It's-
This is
yeah,
part
yeah.
7.
Not much to get, but you still got something, but not much.
Probably the doctor was probably the best, and the mom maybe. Yeah, even the mom's questionable. She was kind of soap opera-y. Fuck it. All right. Did we like the cinematography? And I'm gonna
Pretty
say some of it, yes, because I still love that back shot of Jason coming out of the fucking lake, dude. Shit's
And the
fucking wild.
standoff scene, like you said.
And the
Yeah.
and the shot of him hiding in the corner and the lightning flashing.
Yeah, it's
There's some
fantastic.
cool shots.
So,
There's some
Yeah.
cool shots.
So yeah, we liked it.
all
I would
right.
give it a B plus.
Did we like the premise?
Yeah.
It's Jason, of
versus-
course.
Jason
Well,
versus girls.
I
Like it.
did, but I would have.
I did, but I
would have
didn't.
liked it a little better. Yeah.
I did, but I didn't because the whole Jason fighting a telekinetic girl. Yeah,
Look, if we can have a guy come back from the fucking dead over and over again, why can't a girl have telekinetic powers in
still,
this
it's-
world?
I think she can, and I'm glad that she wasn't like ridiculously like Carrie strong.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I know that's
Dark
what they
Phoenix
wanted.
strong.
Yeah, because then at that point she could have literally just like fucking picked him up and just ripped him apart with her own mind. You know what I mean? Like then like
See,
that's not much of a
Like
fight.
Brody just said, she could have torn him apart limb from limb.
100%.
See,
dude.
I would have liked an ending a little bit more like we said before. Jason got blown out of the house. They get picked up. Someone gets murdered by him, and then he finds his mask, somehow puts it back together for himself. It gives him a more gritty look for the next movie.
Well, Buechler had talked about doing a part 7.5. He said if I ever got the chance, I would do a part 7.5, and I would continue the story after the fact. And Jason would basically be in the hospital looking for Tina and what's his face. And he would go around, basically, the hospital kills.
The original idea they had for part 3. Then
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost wish at that point like they could have changed her power and made her almost be like a pyrokinetic or something like that. Like you know what I mean? Like then maybe different kind of a fight.
Like Charlie from Firestarter.
well, she did
Yeah.
kind of have pyrokinesis though.
She
A
did.
little bit. Yeah, no, she did. I mean, was able to shoot it out of there, so for sure.
And she ignited the matchbook.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like her, besides in the basement, which it was utilized well, I feel like it should have been utilized better outside. Not
Yeah,
just
I
bring
agree.
Dad back. Or the dad battle should have been way better. You know what I mean? Like, Dad should have came in. Jason still should have, like, ripped one of his fucking arms off anyway. So you were still like, oh, fuck, this isn't going to really help. But then somehow they still, like, get it. It's a little bit more of a scuffle, something.
Yeah.
All right. Was the climax satisfying?
I'm going to answer like my girlfriend does
No.
when they ask her that question. No.
No. What climax? There was
What
one?
climax? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Just felt like it ended. Okay. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind.
I'm gonna rewind it, but god damn it, man, if we could ever get, like Steve said earlier, our unrated cut, give me that.
Agreed. Rewind.
Okay. Let's
Rewind.
rate this
Recut.
Recut.
Recut. There you go.
Let's rate this bitch. Brody, start us off with a 4.2. Bobby, what do you got, buddy?
4.0.
4.0. Scoops.
4.2.
4.2. Yeah, Daddy.
3.8.
Being honest with yourself, I love it. And I'm gonna go with a solid 4, and I feel like it's also nostalgia going on there, but that's you know what? I'm gonna go with Chad Daddy. I gotta go 3.8, man. They fucked us on our kills, dude.
Yeah, that's
They
what
did.
dragged it
No,
down.
they
They
to a
fucked us
3.8.
on our kills, so 3.8. Sorry, I didn't mean to bite your steez, but it does make sense to me. All right, so we have an even 4 for
That's fair.
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The
yeah.
New Blood. All right, Chad Daddy, we've mentioned it only a million times this episode. What are we fucking watching next week? We didn't mention what we're watching, but we have mentioned said series.
Next
What are we
week,
watching next week?
next week, get ready to get your balls out. We're watching Phantasm.
Fucking right.
One of my favorites.
That's why I think it's crazy that like we just literally kept mentioning Phantasm this whole fucking episode.
Mhm.
I'm like, does everybody know we're covering it next week? Because I didn't even know until I just looked. So
Yep.
I kind of forgot.
When I had my 3D printer, the first thing I printed was one of the fucking orbs. But I lost one of the little fucking blades on the end. Could not find it. I was cleaning out tubs of shit from under my bed yesterday, and I found the blade.
Nice.
Ha! That's saying something right there.
hell yeah, dude. Alrighty. So
Watch 'em,
Phantasm
Joe.
next week. We won't take super long on nerd news, but what I'm gonna say right now, Steve and I might have it out. Man, fuck that new Superman
I
cartoon,
liked
dude.
it. It was
the
fun.
Superman card.
So
It's
it's
called
called
My New
My
Adventures,
Adventures
with
with
My
Superman.
New Adventures with Superman.
It's on HBO Max. There's 2 episodes.
Adult
it's actually
Swim.
the first episode. It's just 2 parts. It's literally done like an anime, and Superman is super fucking stupid. Like, some of it's really solid. Like, you could tell the story building is going to be really good in this because it's almost like Avatar level. But, first of all, he fucking transforms into his suit. Retarded. I don't give a shit if anybody likes the word. I'm fucking throwing it out. 2, he literally transforms into his suit like fucking Sailor Moon. So fuck this whole fucking series, and I don't give a shit what everybody knows how Sailor Moon transforms, even if you don't fucking watch it. Y'all, dude, it's so bad. He even does the little head flip back, Chad. Like it goes up, and he's like, ugh. And I'm like, fuck off, dude, fuck off. This is fucking crap.
So it's anime
Like,
style.
I saw it on YouTube, and I thought I was joking, and we went to HBO Max to watch it, and my daughter like kind of liked it. I was like, fuck this piece of shit. No, like, fuck off.
I like the
Like,
story. I like the story. I like how we get to see how he's coming into his powers. He's in Metropolis.
and that's fine.
Like
That's
I
fine.
enjoyed it. I
Don't
enjoyed it.
fucking make him Sailor Moon.
Have you ever seen the
He's
like?
fucking Superman.
Have you ever seen like the YouTube video or something where somebody animated it? It's what if Tony Stark turned to Iron Man the same way as Sailor
It's
Moon?
fucking that. It's literally. Chat, I'm not even fucking joking. It starts off and it's like this blue, like he's in this whole blue fucking room, and then like this like energy comes up, and then it goes down to his hands, which his hands go out like this, and then it fucking goes down and puts his boots on, and then when it comes up to his thing, his glasses disappears, and he does his little like head flick, like somebody's flicking his fucking bean, and then his like just like her fucking tiara would come across her fucking head. That's when his cape comes out. And I'm like, oh, fuck yourself. Whoever animated this shit, whoever fucking sat there at a table and said this was a good idea, I hope you all burn in fucking hell.
This is like Brody. This is like Brody talking about Amityville
It's
3.
not that
Oh
bad.
my
It
God,
is
this is-
not that bad.
This is
Really?
beautiful.
It's not
It is.
that bad.
It's so stupid, dude. They might as well just put the Sailor Moon music over it, bro. At that fucking point, why now, dude? He's Sailor Superman, bro. He's Sailor Krypton.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly
I'm gonna
what he
edit
is,
Sailor
dude.
Krypton.
I'm gonna edit it together for you in CapCut after the fucking show.
Sailor
it's
Krypton.
So fucking. Oh, I hate it, dude. I fucking hate it.
That's so
I
funny.
literally went to fucking The Adventures of Superman from the fucking 90s. I'm like, I need to wash this taste out of my mouth and watch something good. Like, ugh.
Brody just agreed with me. It's like he sounds just like his fucking Amityville 3D rant.
Because it's
Dude,
just.
that rant
like-
was wonderful.
I like Superman too, man. Why you gotta fucking make him like, stop, dude. It's just so bad. It's, I don't know.
Hold on.
I wish we could show videos and not get flagged. I would fucking put
We're
that
not
shit
gonna
up
get
here right now.
flagged. We're not gonna get flagged.
Homie, we've been getting flagged for
Yeah,
shit that we
don't.
posted a year ago, man. Don't do that.
Don't.
Like, Disney came after us hard. I am not
What?
fucking with them shit, dude. That's why, to get off this topic, I want to talk about the good topic that everybody saw today. but we're not
Wolverine.
fucking
Yes, we
right,
saw
dude.
that.
Yeah, saw Wolverine and our legit nice yellow and blue Wolverine costume.
Yes, it looks
And
nice.
he's looking fantastic, dude. I can't wait till
I-
everybody starts
I can't wait to
cosplaying
see the
that shit,
mask.
dude.
I cannot
You know,
wait to see the mask.
I wonder. I almost wonder if they're gonna play it in a joke form where Deadpool's making him wear the costume.
Oh, I'm
So
willing to
supposedly
bet they
this
will.
is not the Logan that we know. This is a different Logan. If that makes sense. Obviously, it's all multiverse and bullshit, but
Yeah, it's supposed to take place in the part of the multiverse where Doctor Strange went. And
the fact that they're bringing back like what's her name as Elektra. Supposedly, there's rumors that Affleck's fucking gonna be Daredevil in it.
Wanda's in it too.
Is she?
Yeah, she's. But it's the Wanda. It's the version of Wanda we saw possessed that
Okay.
killed the whatever the fuck they were called.
So it's the
Illuminati.
Wanda. It's the Wanda that still has her sons.
Yes, it's supposed to take place in that universe. And then supposedly there's a rumor that the Hulk is working, a variant of the Hulk is working for the TVA going after Deadpool and Logan. And there's supposed to be a brutal fight scene between Wolverine and the Hulk in the forest.
So we can finally fucking get one? Oh, bro.
I hope. I hope it's the Eric Bana Hulk.
It's not. They already said it's going to be Mark Ruffalo.
Nah.
Oh, fuck him.
Which I would give me Edward Norton. Give me Edward Norton
Yeah.
Hulk.
Give me anyone.
I don't see Edward Norton Hulk. Okay, like I could see that variation of Hulk fighting a Wolverine, but not that variant, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like I feel like that would be almost in like the Logan verse. Like that would work a little bit better just because it's more
Brutal.
dark.
like yeah, thank you. But yeah, so that was awesome that we got that, dude. And that shit blew up like a motherfucker. Like Brody
Yes,
said
it
it to
did.
me, and then literally I went to like whatever fucking thing, and
Oh yeah, and then it was everywhere.
dude. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
it didn't
shit.
take long.
See, and I didn't think it was legit, but then I saw that Ryan Reynolds had posted it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, Brody posted it originally from Hugh Jackman's page. So
Yeah,
he
I was gonna say
posted
Hugh
it
Jackman
first,
hosted
which
it.
I was like, oh shit.
And if you
But-
look at the suits, the Deadpool suit and the Logan suit, they kind of look like they have the same stitching. So that's what I'm saying. I wonder if Deadpool's making him wear the suit or was like being annoying. You got to put it on. You got to put it. You
I
have
just hope
to
he
wear
just
this.
has it. I just hope he has it. Like, just that's all it is. That's what it should have fucking been.
Yeah.
But Gene says Deadpool 3 is going to bring down the MCU. In a good way or a bad way? I'm fine with
I
it
think he means.
either way.
I think he means in a good way.
I mean,
We're fine either way though if it's bad.
I mean, it's Deadpool. My
It's
my
gonna-
only
it's gonna do
worry.
huge money.
My only worry is that there's a fucking writer's strike going on right now, and that is my only worry. But
yes
I'm not worried.
and
maybe,
no.
but
I'm
maybe
not
that
worried.
gives Ryan
There's-
Reynolds and Hugh Jackman more pull.
There's plenty of time between release date and now that they can. I'm sure the writer's strike will be resolved by then, and they can go in and do reshoots and fix.
Well,
little
not even
things here
on
and there.
reshoots, but anything that, yo, man, he's got a mask. You can't see his. He can fucking voice over anything else after the
Yeah.
fact. They can reline that shit, no problem, and they probably will. But I'm sure they're, dude. There is ways around fucking everything in this world. There's, you know what I mean, like. But the next couple years is gonna suck, dude. If some shit holds out pretty long. Because you know they're still trying to make some shit with probably some like Chat GPT crap right now. I feel like we can make a movie script with that.
Oh, you totally can. You totally can do.
I'm sure
lot
you
of shit
can.
with that.
Whether it actually is good or not is a totally different fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's actually part of the reason they have the writer's strike.
Oh no, I know exactly. That's see, I could totally see like a Cartoon Network, or I'm sorry, not Cartoon, Comedy Central, or like maybe Adult Swim, doing a show that would be written by Chat GPT because it would be ironically funny, right? But the problem is it would do well, and then the people that see that do well would not be able to understand the ironic joke of it, and then just take it.
Oh yeah.
And that's where I'm like, that's exactly what would happen, dude. Right fucking there.
Oh yeah.
Because you know there would be a fucking hilarious Adult Swim show if you could like fuck around with that
Actually,
shit.
wait. Who's the network that did Archer? Was that TBS?
FX.
FX. I could
Yeah.
see FX doing it even more.
FX probably could do it. I love Archer, man. I'm so far behind on it, but
Lana.
Lana!
I've never watched it. I have to watch it.
Phrasing.
I do that shit to Mel. I'm like, Lana. She's
Yeah, I always do the
"What?
phrasing. I always do the phrasing, dude, all the time. All right. Anything else, nerdy boys, before we cut this shit?
There was a lot of there was the Mortal Kombat footage they released.
We talking game or movie?
The game.
The Lin Kuei trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got Smoke, we got fucking Rain coming. Rain's cool, looking like a fucking sorcerer now and less ninja, which I kind of dig.
We get the cyber ninjas.
Smoke, I'm not digging his fucking Karen ass weird haircut going on. They literally ripped that from fucking Scarlet and fucking.
I kind of like it better than that weird ass fucking bushy.
No, I love the flowy hair, man.
I hated that.
I liked it. I don't know. We'll see. He'll still fight fucking awesome. They did release, if you want to watch a full mechanics video, Johnny Cage versus Scorpion fight, which, man, I could go on for 45 minutes just talking about how they fucking changed Cage on this, dude.
Boys. As we're talking, there have been new photos released of
New photos
of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in the suit. Do you want to see them?
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
All right. Let me pull them up.
I mean, it's not a video or anything, so a solid photo should be fine.
But if this picture is being shared everywhere, it should be fine.
It's not going to harm us then.
Well, yeah, dude, but I thought fucking Disney flagged us for watching what the hell is it? With the Obi-Wan. That's what it was, dude. Like, it fucking flagged that shit like 2 years ago.
Damn.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Here we go.
They're probably like trying to make money off of us.
Oh, I just saw it a whole bunch here, yeah.
Oh, is he flipping them? Nice. So is Colossus going to be back in this? Are we going to get a full Cannonball special?
Colossus is in it. Negasonics in it.
Yukio's in it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's beautiful.
I wonder what they're animating here. Because the claws are going to be digitally put, but what is he doing here? Is he like stabbing Deadpool right now?
Oh, what if
I hope
he's
stabbing him in the dick.
Probably they're fighting the Hulk.
I was say maybe they're fighting the Hulk.
Or that too, yeah.
That's a thigh stab right there, dude. That's right in the fucking inner thigh, dude.
So fucking great.
That looks
Where's
awesome.
the helmet, man? I need the helmet.
Maybe that'll be digital too. Who knows?
I hope not. Don't go digital on
that. They already talked about that in the first one.
Just don't make the suit green.
That's right. Or animated.
Okay, I do have one thing to drop. So apparently, Toho has their new Godzilla movie come out in November, and supposedly the trailer is going to drop tomorrow.
Oh.
So if you're a kaiju fan like we are, keep an eye out for that. It's supposed to be Godzilla 0, and I think it's going to take place like immediately after World War II.
Oh wow!
I would like a sequel to
Just like a rebooting then?
I don't know.
I hope not. They just rebooted it with Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla that's a multiverse Godzilla. That's completely different.
I still wish there was a sequel to that. I love that movie.
Dude, that last shot was fucking awesome.
I dug deeper into that rabbit hole, and I was like, "Yo, the shit they wanted to do." I'm like,
right?
So Godzilla, it's called Godzilla 0.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. To look for that. So tomorrow. All right, sweet.
Tomorrow.
Oh, and I got one little piece as well. The new Nun movie, the Nun 2 trailer just dropped. I think it was now 2 days ago. So we have that coming.
So far behind in that Blumhouse universe, dude.
Dude, I've still only seen the first Conjuring movie.
I saw the.
I
saw the second one.
I can't find Conjuring 2. It's not on any of the streaming services.
Oh, it's not.
Get the DVD.
No.
Huh. 2 is okay.
I like
2.
2.
2 is all right. I didn't watch the third one.
I got one thing here. The script for 28 Years Later is now complete.
Oh. Okay.
I've never seen 28 Weeks Later.
Director Danny Boyle said, we're talking about it quite seriously and talking about Cillian Murphy returning quite diligently. If he doesn't want to direct it himself, he'll be up for it. Danny Boyle said he'd be up for it.
See, the second one has nothing to really do with the first one. Like, it has no like carryover characters or anything that I remember.
Mm-mm.
But the second one did have a very sad scene because you see how the infection restarts, and like I don't know, that series is a great series. So,
dude, thank you for mentioning Cillian Murphy because that just reminded me. So the local drive-in just posted yesterday that they are getting the Barbie movie when it comes out, the weekend it comes out, and literally everybody's asking, "Are you showing it with Oppenheimer?"
Yes. God, I hope
God.
so.
In
Oppenheimer
case anybody doesn't know, there's this whole big there's this whole big thing online where everybody's saying you need to do a double showing of Oppenheimer and then Barbie. I don't know why, just because of the fact they come out on the same weekend. But yeah,
like so drastic difference of movies, dude. Like, jeez.
But that's
Like,
why
Oppenheimer is
perfect.
like 3 hours long, almost
Yeah.
3.5.
You know, I don't want to watch the Barbie movie, but I kind of
Yes,
want to
you
watch the
do.
Barbie movie.
dude,
I kind of want to watch
dude,
it.
I saw a preview before the Flash, and it looks hilarious.
Yes, it does. It looks so fucking hilarious, and I'm like, God damn it! Is my 41-year-old self about to go sit in the fucking theater by myself with a fucking large bucket of popcorn? Yes.
Wait,
Yes,
why
the
don't you
fuck I
just
am.
take your daughter?
She won't fucking go. She's
Why?
too cool for that shit. She's
Oh.
17.
See, I'm still in that
Whatever.
magic era. My daughter's
Yeah.
9, so she's like, I want to
I gotta
see
wait.
it.
I gotta wait for the little one to get big enough to want to
That's
start
fair.
watching.
My
shit.
son wants to go see the Ninja Turtles, so I have a feeling I'm gonna end up going to see that.
Fuck yeah, dude! I want to see that shit.
I
too.
want to watch it too, but I'm just kind of irked with some choices that they made.
That's
I don't
fair.
like-
I am too.
I don't like the animation, and I don't like the fact that they're cramming too many characters into it.
Yeah, I will say that. I'll probably go see that though. I'm going to see Insidious on Thursday.
I don't, man. I don't mind the cramming of characters because fucking, I don't know. Sometimes, they're accepting the fact that most of us probably already know all these characters, so why the fuck not? So, I don't know. Sometimes I appreciate shit like that. Sometimes it's a little too much when they try to give each individual person their own, segment. It's like, nah, you don't need all that shit. Just do what Spider-Verse did and just have them there. And it's like, all right, no, we can fucking pass them. That's all you need. Anything else, boys, before we clear this up? We are at 2:16.
that's
So
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we Snyder cut this episode. So.
Fuck yes,
Yeah.
we did. 4-hour bitch. All
I'm
right,
starting
Bob,
to feel it in my back. Let's do this.
and your ace.
At 2. This is your Killing Machine, Bobby and Monsi, and we'll see you next week for Phantasm.
This is your host with the Ghost, Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scubacabra, saying, see you next week in the mortuary.
Ooh, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, don't forget next week, get your balls out for Phantasm.
Nah. And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D here, saying, remember, that dude actually has sex with the gray man, or the tall man, so you.
The tall man.
That was in the second one.
Oh, yeah, that's the second one.
Wait, no, the first one.
Oh, it is
Right.
the first one.
You're right,
Yeah,
you're right,
it
it
is
was
the
in
first one.
You're
No,
right,
no,
it was the
Oh
very
my
beginning.
God, why
You're
did
right.
you just ruin that?
right.
No!
And on that note, watch Phantasm and join us next week, Gorehounds. Thank you once again for joining us. And this has been the Gore N More podcast. Oh, yeah. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Old
Tall man dick. Tall man dick.